Hello and welcome to round two of Galaxy Madness. I am Shulktime and today I'm here commentating with Aaron Gray. So hello.
Hello, I'm Aaron Gray, and today we will be spectating a match between Orange 11 and Callum 07. And the winner of this match and all matches that will be played tonight are going to go to Sweet 16. So each of these competitors has already won a game, and they're trying to get a second win under their belt.
Yeah, 50% of the playing field has already been eliminated, and another 50% will be eliminated after this round. So, um, only like the top 25% will be in this next round. So we'll see who goes 2 and 0 in the tournament so far to make it to that Sweet 16.
So in this match, we see Orange 11 playing a Barrelist, while Calabo 7 playing his Syndion deck. Um, we have not seen either of these competitors on stream yet, I believe. So it's going to be interesting to see what decks they bring to the table.
Yep. So Callum, actually, I was really excited to see him for the stream. He participated in the very first match of the tournament, and he absolutely dominated a um, competitive player that's been around for a little while. And it's not like Enmi, who was the person who unfortunately got beat. It's not like he was like doing bad or anything. Just Callum just destroyed him, and it was from nowhere because like Callum just kind of randomly joined the server like to sign up for the tournament, and here he is in the next round, and we'll see how much farther he actually is able to make it.
Alright, so here we have that coin flip that we use to determine who goes first. Orange calls tails, heads is flipped. So Callum gets to decide who goes first, and he chooses Orange to go first. Once again, choosing to go second. Bit of a trend here that we're seeing in this tournament. The advantage of going second, being able to attack straight away.
Yep. I think honestly, going second is probably the ideal move here. Just gives you the opportunity to kind of, I guess, attack or defend, kind of just get like an early advantage against whoever goes first. So that's what Callum is likely looking to do. And of course, he can pass the turn and look to go on defense if his hand is leading him that direction. 22 viewers already. Thank you guys. This is amazing.
So we have a few hiccups here, but should be resolved very soon. All right, Orange bringing in a creature zone and a battle zone, paying for it with his stars. And that's his first turn. Creature zone, battle zone, pass. So I think we've talked about this before, just this playing out your zones on turn one. Uh, I don't think it's the best move, considering Guster is a card that's in the game.
Yeah, I 100% agree. I think that you should not be playing zones unless A, you're at 20 stars and you just need any amount of stars to go, or um, actually, I can't think of another reason. Like, you should only play them when, uh, the turn you need them, unless you're just paying to get dump some stars off and not like overflow.
So let's see if Callum can take advantage of this. Well, I wouldn't call it misplay, I'd just call it sloppy play. So
Yeah, it
maybe a Guster will come out,
it
maybe not. We'll
usually
see.
is not a problem, but Sometimes it is, and maybe that's what's going to change the course of the game for some games. But of course, that's a very rare situation. But you do not want to take those risks ever.
See, Fresbolt coming out here, hitting for his 1 point,
And no response
and
possible.
Fresbolt, very interesting card. We haven't seen it on stream before. What it does is when it's killed while it's in your galaxy or in your hand, you get to kill a resource card on either planet. So that ability not going to trigger anymore because it's not in the galaxy or in the hand. But as the artwork kind of alludes to, this card is actually made to function with Gallifection. Uh, Ryan, can you tell me really quickly what does Gallifection do and why does this card work with it?
Oh God, Gallifection. So basically, what Gallifection does is it kills a card from the top of your galaxy or your deck, and it does that every turn for both players, and it gets really annoying. I'm not gonna lie. But basically, if that card gets hit with the Gallifection, um, that will allow it to just kill a resource and like kind of use that ability to its fullest.
So we have a Desert Dancer here coming out from Orange to take out the
Oh my!
Fresbolt.
And another piece
And
of the black hole accidentally revealed.
alright. Well, here we have Purgator anyway. So I think we've seen Purgator before, but what he does is he's from Sindel, but he wants to be played in a Syndian deck because he says if Syndian is your planet, then this creature's original power and health become doubled. This card most notable for its use in OTK strategies, um, with Kopek's Helmet allowing the kind of imprinting of its ability onto other creatures. Uh, for example, Cranchon, which will then go up to a 1000 attack beat stick to crash in for half the required points.
Yep, that's exactly it. Beat stick. Okay.
So,
Yep.
so Callum decides not to attack here because that would be 200 attack versus 200 health, which would mean that both creatures die. Which obviously isn't the plan that he has for his Purgator. Purgator, 300 health, gets to wall out this Desert Dancer for now. So just gets Callum some early defense after that early lead, and we'll see what he can make of this.
So, another reason Callum is probably walling out is because 200 health is not that big of a wall to get through. So, uh, if Desert Dancer does want to kill Purgator eventually, uh, it probably if it probably a KO because yeah, it would have to be KO or some other type of removal. But Desert Dancer's weak, and he'll be able to probably take it out with any other card that he gets later on.
Yeah, so the way that Orange gets out of this is buying a new creature zone and then buying a better creature, essentially.
Yep, looks like right here
So
we just have a bit of a stall.
I was talking about earlier is just that being able to just stall at the game, having it be, you know, basically making your opponent not do anything because Orange just passed the turn. It's Callum's turn again. He has more stars than last time,
Oh
and
really?
that advantage is just it tends to be that way after it starts your turn again. You gain 4 stars. So that kind of incremental advantage just it gets it gets you places over time.
Okay, and he's going to pass the turn after buying a creature zone. I don't see the reason for
So
that, but
yeah, I was about to ask about that if there was any good reason you could think of.
hmm,
So it is Orange's turn. He's sitting here thinking about if he wants to draw his card for turn or not, which is not a choice he gets to make because you have to draw your card for turn. So he decides to follow the rules, draw his card, gain his stars. Let's see where he goes with this turn.
Well, I don't think Callum would mind if he forgot to draw a card or decided not to.
So we see the mirror play the purchase of a second creature zone. However, I have a distinct feeling that Orange isn't planning to just put it there. I kind of feel that Orange is about to populate this creature zone with something big.
We will see. It would be odd for him to just wait this long just to pass, so he has to have something ready.
Maybe we'll see him health in here.
Maybe.
He is at 9 stars, so he can play anything that isn't
Oh,
Omnius. Well, it's Guster.
see, that's what we
There
were
he
talking about
is.
earlier, guys.
And that's why you don't buy zones you don't need.
See, uh, I mean, Callum, like, he's probably just gonna go ahead and kill that Guster, and he's not gonna really lose much. But that's 2 stars because Guster, in this state, probably would have gone for a resource zone or a battle zone, and um, instead, like since Callum played the creature zone, he went for that, and that's gonna be 4 stars to buy back. While if it was a resource or battle zone, that would only be two, and every single star counts.
Definitely. So that's basically 4 stars down the drain for both players. Purgator gets to take out that Guster with its 150 health. But that's still definitely a tempo loss for Callum. He's got to be punching himself saying, I probably shouldn't have played that.
Yep. And looks like we're gonna be heading right back into this little stall here, unless Orange decides to do anything, which he does not, and he's just gonna pass a turn. And right now they're just kind of building their resources to prepare for like this all-out, um, I guess, battle that's going to happen soon. And this game's just gonna break into chaos because that's how it usually happens for these kind of slow stall games.
Callum decides to delete his star counter, accidentally, I assume. Uh, goes back up to 1 star. So he pays 4 and he plays this man who has the title of Demon Knight with 250 power, so big enough to run over that Desert
He
Dancer
cannot do
without
that,
dying.
and that's actually not gonna go.
Here we see an activator. Activators require a research zone, something that Orange was not aware of. So, unfortunately, that humongous creation just isn't going to work out.
Will we see Orange play a resource zone this turn? So he doesn't forget next time, of course. Yes, he will. Smart play. And then Orange claims the excuse that he hasn't played in a year despite winning his match last week.
Maybe it felt like a year because of the quarantine.
Or maybe because we forced everyone to wait a week to do their matches.
Maybe. So, Callum's turn again. Actually, I say that, it's not true. I decided to lie again. It's not Callum's turn, it's Orange's turn. And he has, after purchasing that resource zone, he has done exactly nothing. So, let's see what he does now. There's some talk about who has how many stars. And here comes De.
And this is probably going to kill the Purgator here, but it's going to die to whatever's not killed. Uh, whichever
See,
one of these
using
Citadel
Varus
creatures.
ability. Varus ability getting to flip the power and health of De, turning it into a 320 power beat stick. However, the disadvantage of this ability is it goes down to 40 health. So very, very easy to run over. However, I think that's probably worth it to get rid of that Purgator because 300 health is nothing to scoff at. That's the health value of a Palfam, you know.
Yeah, that is a pretty big wall that Orange did struggle with during this game so far.
We see a second battle zone here for Callum's single creature to occupy.
And
However, here comes a friend. It's Shockafly.
he decides not to attack. Oh wait, no, he does. Okay, he passed the turn early, just confusing us. Oh wait, actually, he didn't pass the turn. I'm dumb. Sorry.
All right. So, Demonite kills the dead. However, Humongous Creation comes out, which says when when a barrow creature on your planet is killed by an opponent's attack or card ability, which just happened, the deck got brutally murdered by the Demonite, then he gets to draw a card.
And I
And if
guess
that card is a barrow creature, he gets to show it and draw one more. So just a little card cycling, card advantage if you're hard in barrow. And Shockafly swings in for that second point of the game.
and that's going to put Callum up 2-0 in this very slow game. We'll see if that little lead early will actually matter once we get closer towards the end.
Well, you know what I like to say. Every point matters, and
Yep. Okay, we're not going to do this again.
no, we're not. We're definitely not. But yeah,
if you really are
every point
interested,
matters.
if you're really interested in whatever we're talking about, you can go dig through one of the past
Dig through the old VODs if
streams.
you want.
Yeah, I think it was
But
in
yeah, if you
first stream and third stream. If you're trying to find that, which I don't see any reason why you'd want to watch that. Please don't. Actually, it'll cause more pain
okay.
than
If
it's
you've
worth.
got 6 hours on your hands, you know, why not? But here we see Galaxy Rock. Very interesting card. Gets to change which planet it's from. So it obviously turns into a Barrow creature, gets flipped by Barrow, going up to a 350 attack beat stick. And that 50 health is actually big enough to wall out the Shockafly.
Very
So
impressive.
not even gets to be punished, doesn't even get punished for this use of Barrow.
I mean, we'll see if yep, Callum does have an answer to that, which he'll play Paradrax, which is very interesting. Nobody usually runs Paradrax, even like in like the early metagame of Chaos Galaxy. It's never really been a used cards, but this is kind of like the theme of Callum's deck is just these off meta cards that kind of just kick butt.
So Paratrax, obviously, not that obviously, but it says that it's also a Sindel creature while it's on your planet, which is very interesting because usually you care about Sindel creatures being from Sindel when they're in the killed pile because you want to use them for stuff like Bone Ladder. So I don't quite see why you would run this card, uh, but maybe he will surprise me.
Yep, and actually, just to note, Paradrax is going to protect Shockafly here, which, you know,
Could be relevant, however, it's not probably not going to be relevant for this Adatrox, who survives 2 attacks, and with being flipped, it still has 60 health. So he would have taken out the Paratrax anyway, even if Syndian's ability wasn't there.
we'll see if Callum has an answer. Adatrox is pretty low health right now, only 60, but of course, he has to preferably pick a creature that can get through it 2 times, which he will pick Purgator, which will get through it the first time, but the second time it will get walled out, uh, like like it was for Desert Dancer earlier, assuming
So
Orange doesn't
let's
flip to kill Shockafly.
So, do you know if Callum is running Kopech's helmet, or is he just running Purgator as a solid big body?
I think he might be running Copex, but I cannot confirm that right now.
All
I
right.
I, th- I think so, if I remember correctly.
Well, he's probably not going to be putting that on a Purgator, so that plan is out the window unless he has a double wormhole or something similar.
Yep, but I think he just probably doesn't have Copex helmet now. It's way more convenient just to play Purgator. So I think he's just doing, you know, what's ready for him. He's just gonna, you know, relax until he finds a good card to combo Copex with. Okay, Orange's turn. I think his ideal move right here is just to sit here and do nothing. I don't see why Callum should attack and kill and kind of trade Purgator with Adidrox. I don't think that's worth it. But we might be heading for another assault, and he's actually gonna. Oh wait, yeah, Adidrox does actually
Yeah,
have enough power to kill.
Purgator notably not from Syndian, so he doesn't go all buddy buddy and wants to protect that Chockafly.
Yep,
So, yeah,
and
Chockafly, if you
Adidrox without flipping actually or flipping its power and health can actually attack and kill Shockafly just standing up. So uh, looks like we're gonna be at this one creature draw again, so they can kind of build up to see if a break, like a huge just explosion of plays comes soon enough.
well, Chockafly certainly ended this turn, and Callum decided to do the same, also ending his turn after doing nothing. So it's now Orange's turn again. He draws and gains his stars up to 14 now, which is enough to play an Omnius and a Guster if you decide to do that. However, he chooses not to. He chooses to play Pelfam, and he is bouncing Purgator back to the hand and attacking for 3 points. Pelfam, always a strong
Beast of the
play.
Black Hole. I mean, I think that's a bit early. Good thing Orange did not attack with Adidrox and Pelfam, but that's going to prevent the points to tie the game. So Callum
Yeah,
still holds his lead here.
I think that was a bit early. I don't quite see the point of using the one copy of Beast of the Black Hole that you're allowed to play to get rid of just a single Pelfam. That seems like kind of a waste.
And we'll see what answer Callum has to this Adrox. Oh, geez. Here comes the Purgator. It's back again. This is his third time playing a Purgator this game. Of course, the one on the field, this is his second time being played. And looks like
Right.
we'll wall off again.
Back to this.
These hand sizes are slowly growing here. Uh, Still pretty slow game, but they've both gone through a good amount of cards already.
Yeah, down in the 20s now with their cards and deck amount. And just as I'm about to say something mildly intelligent, Orange interrupts me by actually playing a card. How dare he? He decides to play this humongous ancient rockman and a battle zone. And without flipping, gets to take out that Purgator with a difference of 10 health, flips Atatrox, and swings in for 2.
And so now Callum has a pretty big threat on his hands. He's going to have to answer this immediately. Unfortunately, he has to choose either the Humongous Ancient Rockman or the Adidrox, unless he has a Galaxy Crash, of course, or some other type of removal that'll help get rid of both at once. I don't think Pelfam is a great option here for either of them because Adidrox would come back and wall off, and Humongous Ancient Rockman would bounce, come back, and kill Pelfam. But it looks like Callum is going to go ahead and play Dewpob, so that's just gonna, I guess, stall for a bit after they kill Adidrox. And here comes Warpool Territory. Aaron Gray, you know a lot about this card. You want to talk about it real quick?
I sure do. Wolfhole Territory, old set 2 favorite of mine. It says any creature with 5 or more stars cannot enter battle zones. So basically gravity bind, but a little bigger. And basically is just going to say, Humongous Ancient Rockman, just just stay where you are, okay? We don't want you here.
Yep, and looks like we might be entering another stall state, unfortunately. Unless, of course, Callum does have an answer sitting in his hand.
Orange draws, and I think it's actually up to Orange here to find an answer to this Wolfhole Territory. Uh, since he is playing quite a few big things, Humongous Ancient Rockman, Galaxy Rock, other things that are not rocks, probably. Um,
And there's a rock. Pedlo is going to attack and kill that shock fly, which actually he can't do because of Syndian ability.
uh, yes, true. So Cindian says that the smallest creature you have, uh, as long as they're all Cindian, cannot be attacked. So this Pedlo is gonna die.
That is an unfortunate misplay by Orange. And of course, Callum is lucky that I'm here actually paying attention to the game and ready to correct that mistake that just occurred. Um, that's unfortunate for Orange here.
Definitely. So here's a bit of a spicy question. Why would you play Pedlo?
I do not have an answer for that. Maybe just throw something down. It's got 80 health, so you can flip that and kind of use that as 80 power. So it gets through a few things, but um, I don't see a big reason why to run it. I mean, I guess if he needed cards to fill out his deck, which actually by the looks of it he did not. Um, I don't know. Interesting. Maybe we'll see a reason for that later on. I mean,
I mean, so far he has played only Barrow creatures and Guster and Pelfam, which are staple cards that basically everybody runs. So, yeah, we'll see. So, Orange inquiring what the maximum hand size is for the game. And for those who don't know, there's none. You get to hold your entire deck in your hand with no repercussions.
yep. If you really want to, you can do that. Of course, that would be good, but at the same time, I guess that would imply that you haven't played any cards or done literally anything. So I would not recommend that.
At that point, if you
And
have your entire deck in your hand and you haven't lost yet, then your opponent is not doing very well.
can we point something out real quick? That's very important. Key 123 is eating spicy chicken wings and cheese potatoes right now, and he said it is very good. So I think that's pretty cool. Uh, I'm just wondering when I asked. Okay, sorry, continuing. Okay,
Okay, so Orange's turn. He plays the titular deck Chaos Galaxy, as he's known on Untap, apparently. And then he plays Bullwater to protect his deck. and any 5-star creatures that he might play. Flips him, attacks for 320. I mean, that kills Dupab, and now he finally, next turn, gets to kill that Chockafly again.
Um, this would be unfortunate if Callum did not have an answer to that deck because that is very powerful. But actually, he does have the Bull Warder out, so he's definitely going to need something. I'm not sure if he has anything that could actually like beat De twice while being able to attack through that Warple. But he's going to beat it once
Well,
with Thorngabork.
Thornburg,
Thorngabork dies Pogborg.
bit of a fan favorite apparently, according to the last stream.
Yeah, that came from nowhere. Uh, but yeah, everybody Pogborg for that.
Alright, so Thornburg takes out the Bull Warder essentially, and is now about to be brutally run over by this death. Thornburg only 10 health, so he doesn't even need to flip death to get that. And he does not. He just swings in, and that's the turn. That's all he does. And he's just going to sit on the. Okay, apparently he has an
That is
activator.
not a card ability though.
Monument to Creation. Oh yeah, he does because of Thornburg. He
Oh
gets to
wait,
draw a card.
oh jeez.
So because of that card draw, Orange takes advantage of that
So as you can see,
and
I'm paying.
draws 2 cards.
I pay attention like 90% of the time, and then 10% I just let stuff like that happen. So sorry. Um, but Key has responded to me. He said, "Shulk, can you eat my shorts?" Okay. I will pass on that offer, but thank you.
So Monument to Creation actually gets played. He gets to draw 2 cards, basically Pot of Greed,
Everything's pot of
and
greed here, apparently. Thorgerborg's ability is half a pot of greed.
I mean, kind of. All right, it's Callum's turn again. I'm sure he's not happy about that bit of card advantage his opponent just gained.
Yeah, Orange is catching up, even though I think his hand is still slightly smaller than Callum here. But yeah, he is kind of equaling out uh, the hand sizes, and the stars are pretty similar too, and the points. So this game could really go in any direction right now.
However, I think on board, Orange just has the clear advantage. He just gets to sit on this deck. Not literally, that would be weird. But he just gets to sit on deck and just sort of control the game. And even if death happens to die, he still has Humongous Ancient Rockman just walling out everything. And that's kind of the downside of Wolfhole territory is it does lock out a lot of good creatures from working well.
Yep, and look, Callum could use a Galaxy Crash right now. Maybe once his field gets cleared, he'll look to do that. But he could really kind of capitalize off that if he does have a, of course, like 4-star creature and maybe like a Blaze Elixir.
Speaking of creatures that get walled out by Wolfhole territory, here's Spineback Serpent, who is not going to be doing anything. However, notably has 360 health, which is it doesn't get killed by this death.
Yep, of
Now
course.
here's a different.
Yeah,
Sorry.
they do not. They won't do anything to each other, so we'll be just kind of waiting here. But a flipped Humongous Ancient Rockman can kill him, but of course, Warpole territory would have to be gone for that to happen.
Now here's a question for you. Why would you run Spine-backed Serpent, a no ability Pelisium card in this Syndian deck that's running Wolf Hall territory.
Again, I have no idea. Of course, like I said earlier, Callum is like I see him as like the master of just these off-meta plays. So maybe he does have a reason that we haven't seen yet, but I'm not sure. Oh, here comes a Desert Quake.
Speaking of cards we haven't seen yet. So, what does Desert Quake do?
So Desert Quake is going to kill up to two creatures on the playing field. So up to two barrow creatures on your playing field, and that kills the equal amount on the opponent's playing field. So he's going to use that to kill his humongous ancient rockman and that spineback serpent, and they're just going to kind of open up the field for these small creatures again.
Alright, speaking of small creatures, here's Pedlo number 2,
Yep.
who has been declared to be the new meta in chat. So, you know what, everybody, put Pedlo in your decks. It's good, apparently.
Peblo's a staple. Make sure you run as many of them as you can.
Definitely.
Okay.
So,
Looks like Orange is probably going to combo off this kind of play he's got going here. He's probably going to flip that Peblo and then attack straight up with Death to tie the game.
looks like he forgot to flip his Pedlo, though. Um, and why didn't Shockafly trigger?
Shock
Was
Fly.
this still the
No,
Shockafly that
yes.
was played
Yes, it was.
by the Dupab? Oh, okay. So the
Oh,
Shockafly was
God.
played by
Oh, I
Dupab,
know what's
which
going on. I think I know what's going on. We might be seeing. Actually, I'm not gonna say. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait.
so this Shockafly was played by Dupab originally, which means it was just a 10-10 with no ability, meaning that Pablo could run over it unflipped, and the turn doesn't end when it's killed.
Oh, geez. Here we go. But is this going to be able to do
See.
anything because Warpole territory is still in effect? Um,
So Callum chooses Humongous Ancient Rockman for his Phantom Matter, bringing it back to the field
huh.
to, you know, I guess Callum is just making a Donald Trump and just building a wall.
All right. Um. Oh, geez. Wait, but what is this going to do? Does he still has the Warpole up? Is he going to get rid of that, or?
I guess he's just here to wall. However, with 240 health,
Oh,
that
yep.
doesn't
There it
even hold
is.
off this.
There's the bull line. Here we go. Here comes the combo, and this is
Right.
a huge
Bolide
field.
Comet targeting his own card.
Yep.
Oh,
And he's going to attack with both. Actually, yep, he will. He will attack with both. And these two are combined 7 points if Orange would not have an answer next turn. So this is a pretty big play. Oh, geez. Okay, he's going to buy the resource or creature zone for some reason. Oh, yeah.
just to play a Thunderbolk.
Pog. Everybody pog. Pogaborg.
Well, that's a 9-star, 9-star Thunderbolk.
That's a way to look at it if you're a pessimist. Um, okay. Is
So,
Callum still going? Oh my god.
the bit we've been waiting for, the attacks. So, Harm, or Humongous Ancient Rockman, kills his smaller brother, Det. I think they're brothers. Surely they're brothers. If they're not, then they are now, damn it. Okay, so I assume Orbit Commander is going to take out this Peblo. Nope, it's Thunderbolg just because. Just because he can.
No, Pablo. Rip. That's
Alright, so
enough.
both Peblos down. Good riddance.
Yeah, guys, F's in chat for that. Come on, bring him out. Here comes Galaxy Crash, calling it. Wow, perfectly timed. And there goes that entire play.
Yeah,
Unfortunately.
all of that hard work for nothing. And Thunderbolg doesn't even get to draw a card because it's not killed by an attack.
Yep. But he did draw out that Galaxy Crash. Of course, he paid a lot to draw it out. But I mean, that Galaxy Crash is gone, and now Callum's down a Beast of Black Hole, and Orange is down a Galaxy Crash. And we're at a pretty open playing field right now. We'll see if Orange will capitalize off this.
So here we have the biggest boy of all of them.
Oh,
It's
jeez.
Omnius.
And no
For one copy
response.
you get to play. And you know how earlier Callum decided to take out that Palfam with that Beast of the Black Hole? This this might have been a good time to use it.
Yep, and that is going to put Orange up another 5 points to make it 8-3. And Callum needs a response to this right now. Oh, I see what's going on. He's doing it. He's doing it.
It's
Here, please.
everybody's favorite card.
Please. There it is! Secret of the Floating
Yep.
Rock!
Okay, so let's quickly go over what this card does. So you get to make a sacrificial offering, that offering needing to be specifically floating rock with non-floating rock on top, which he happens to have. And if you kill that, you get to take control of an opponent's creature. Just you get to just take it. It's yours now. Like no strings attached. That's it. It's his now.
And
And the only creature he can take is this Omnius. So
these are the
uh,
off meta plays that we're talking about of Callum. He just brings this different kind of energy to the game, and he's going to, assuming that there's no Beastly Black Hole from Orange, he's going to attack through and tie the game. Oh, but he's going to keep adding onto it with a Shock Fly. Will he attack with both to put him up to 9 with a 1 point lead, assuming there is no Beastly
so
Black Hole?
this is interesting because he just overextended, right, with that Thornborg and that big play that got him Galaxy crashed, and now he does it again, and he gets punished again with the Beast of the Black Hole. You know, overextending again. That's a Shockafly that he didn't need to play. Like there was basically no reason to. He could have just sat on Omnius for a while, and
That Shockfly is just gonna
yeah.
kind of wall there, kind of protect for a second. Smart play by Callum to not attack and kind of just wait because I think Beast of Black Hole was pretty predictable there. Because if Orange had it, there was no reason not to play it right there.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Boople break.
Alright, we're seeing all the Barrow creatures come out here. So, Booble Brick, what does this one do?
So he can just use the. He allows Barrow creatures to use the ability of Barrow twice per turn. So if he say he plays like a dead, he can flip both of them, the power and health, uh, to get that extra attack boost or Barrow ability.
Man. Well, this is what you were talking about earlier with the those games that start out slow with both players walling, just suddenly turning into all-out spam fests of just well, it's what the game's named after, right? It's
Yep.
chaos, and we've been seeing that. And here comes a warp hole territory. that
Yep.
does absolutely nothing on this board state.
Yep. I don't I don't see why he wouldn't. I guess actually that does protect him from a big creature that orange may be waiting for. So I guess that was actually a smart play. Uh, I will mention real quick, orange is out of a Galaxy Crash, Omnius, and Beast of the Black Hole. Three of his limited cards are gone already. So uh, orange is going to have to make a pretty big push soon enough, or Callum will kind of build up his resources and use them against Orange. So Orange needs to work fast before Callum can build up his hand again.
However, I think he's in a good position to actually do that. He's on the board. He's got two creatures in here, both attacking for points, not insignificant points as well. Like that's 3 points right there. That's a Hellfam attack. And if he gets to do that every turn against Callum's 5 card hand, like that could just end the game.
Yep,
Like he needs 3 more attacks with the sports state to win.
yep, only three more turns, and Orange has this win. And looks like Callum's just gonna wall out because Abeid cannot attack with the Warpole territory up. Of course, that Warpole territory, he did play it for a good reason, but it's gonna bite him in the back right now, and we're just kind of gonna be sitting here for a second as we kind of wait for our hands to build up again.
So Obey Commander, 240 health. That's not really the stat you would play Obed Commander for. Usually you play him for the 460 health on a relatively affordable body, but in this case, it just
And here comes a
doesn't matter.
KO.
Yup.
Top
And
deck. Wow.
yeah,
And that's gonna be another two
so
points. That's gonna put
Boot
Orange up 10 points and within seven of closing out the game.
so Boople Brick gets to take out the Obed Commander. Very interesting.
Oops. Ignore that. Sorry. I just mistyped and I brought up the inspect panel.
Okay, so
Don't miss your hotkeys.
it
Okay.
is Orange's turn still, or actually again. That was a very quick turn from Callum, and he gets attacked for 3 again,
Oh,
bringing
planetary
Orange.
field.
Oh, wait. Yeah, that's a planetary field. He's just gonna say, no, maybe not today.
Yep, and that's actually gonna save him. That's actually pretty important there. We'll see if he has the cards now to counter or if he'll be taking these 3 points anyway. Okay, and it is Orange's turn again. Looks like Callum has no answer to this push that Orange has made. We'll see if Orange will do anything with this, anything special, and he will. He will add a Bullwarder to give them extra protection, which is very good for him.
Very
This puts him
good.
in a good spot,
Yeah,
and he's going to be at 16 points. He's got a pretty big lead now.
yeah. If he somehow manages to buff any of his creatures beyond the size they're at now, or something similar, then it's just the end next turn. Otherwise, it's the turn after. So things are going downhill very quickly for Callum right here. We'll see if he gets to stay in this tournament or if this is the end for him.
All right. Here comes a Point Phantom. We'll see if he actually uses it for his ability. I don't see why he would, though. I assume he's going to attack that Desert Dancer with, um, oh geez, Kopek's helmet. But he's probably going to attack this Desert Dancer who is currently flipped and kill the Bullwarder. But here comes Kovac, and he's going to attack through. Very interesting choice here. He could have gotten rid of that Bullwarder, but he opts not to.
Yeah, I think in this case he just really wants to try and
Oh,
power out this.
and
Well,
actually,
I guess it's not going to
this
be an
yeah, this
OTK, but
but this Point Phantom actually cannot attack because of Warped territory.
oh,
That is
right. Yeah,
unfortunate.
never noticed that Point Phantom was so expensive.
Yep, but that ability is very solid, and he's going to use that for a creature coming up.
So,
Could we
here
be
comes
seeing
the
a
creature
Peltam?
zone for orange. Let's see what he puts in it. And it's
Cataplunk.
Cataplunk. Oh my goodness. Never before has this ability been so relevant. So, Cataplunk reads, once per turn you can show your opponent one creature from your hand that has more health than power. And if you do, gain a point. And here's Diamond Lizard, who does in fact requirement.
Yep.
So he's up to 17 now, which means he needs 3 points to win.
This is very
And
interesting. Got
he
that
has enough
Bullwarder still.
stars to buy a battle zone. Or just play KO, that works too, I guess.
Yep, he's gonna play
Uh,
KO, and I think he's gonna uh, kill that Point Phantom with Boople Brick, and he's gonna attach Eternity Amulet. Very interesting.
it's an
Um,
Eternity Amulet. Alright, so here's a bit of a misplay. He has 8 stars, meaning he could have bought another battle zone, which would have been enough to finish off the game, just right here, right now. Um, so that must have been a play that he just didn't see.
yep, but that's gonna put Orange at 19 points anyway, and he's on the verge of winning and moving on to the Sweet 16.
Yeah, he can use that Cataplonk again next turn. Showing Diamond is it again because there's no reason not to do that. So unless Callum can one build some sort of wall to keep out this army of small creatures, and two also take out Cataplonk, it's just over for him.
He might have a Galaxy Crash, but that would leave still one creature on Orange's planet because Orange does have that Bullwarder, and
I
Callum's gonna
think
need more than that to
that would
actually take out
probably
that
be
Cataplunk because that Catapult's just gonna win the game. Oh, and
yeah.
he's gonna attack, and that's gonna get Bullwardered, and I think Orange is gonna win off this, and it'd be really interesting to see. He's not gonna use it. I really wanted to see Orange win the game with Catapunk's ability, because I don't think I've really seen a game actually end on an ability other than or like anything other than just an attack before.
Yeah, Cataplog for a game is just such a flex. He must have forgotten that he had the board water. He
Yep,
must have just forgotten it.
that's unfortunate.
Well, it's still the end of the game right here. Like this, Demonite has 140 health. Boople Brick can attack for 1. Yeah, Desert Dancer gets flipped, and that's going to be the end of it, I assume. Yeah, here we go.
And
Orange
Orange realizes,
suddenly realizes he could have
damn,
killed
that's
the
something like I would have
Bull
put in
Warder.
like the end of tournament compilation too, like a game ending on Catapunk. Oh, that's frustrating for all parties. I think even Callum would have liked to see that.
All right. Anyway, here's the ending attack. No response has been declared. It's the end, ladies and gentlemen, and everything in between, including the one or two cloudicorns out there.
And the final score is 20-3. Orange will be moving on to the Sweet 16. Very impressive play by both these players, but Orange will move on, and we'll see how much farther Orange will be able to take this deck. This very interesting barrow deck.
Yeah, I think that's just sort of the disadvantage of these off-meta cards is that they are off-meta for a reason.
Yep. Um, okay, looks like we'll be taking a little break here. We'll be back in 5 minutes, so 4:05. You can expect us to be back and commentating again. So, we'll see you then. We'll be right back. Sorry, please. My poor connection.
I'm isolated. I feel like I'm humiliated. I feel like I've been sedated. I feel so clean. I feel naked. Disinfectant. Rejected.
Hello, guys, and welcome back. For this game, we have Stone Human versus Rylizer. This is gonna be a Gaios versus Barrow matchup. So, um, we'll be starting shortly.
All right. Um, all right, here we go.
Oh yeah, sorry guys for like the music cutting out. I don't know what's going on my end. It's just, uh, I don't know. Sorry. We'll get that cleaned up
All right.
for future streams. Okay, here is another De profile picture. I appreciate them because I use them myself. But I think me, Stone Human, and um, the real deal all use like De in our profile pictures on Untap. It's kind of funny. It's like
Well, it is the
they're
face of the competitive scene, pretty much. A lot of decks run it, and there's a
except
good
for
reason for it.
only Pelfam beats out De for that.
Mhm. Guster, maybe?
Guster, no, no way.
No?
Not anymore. He's not used enough.
All right.
Okay, and we are starting. Rylage is going to play a creature zone. Very nice creature zones. I like it. Very pleasing. Okay, and we got a creature zone in Ozokai, and uh, he's going to use that ability immediately to get Ozo block. So Rylage is already getting this kind of Ozo deck going.
Uh, I think I might be facing some technical issues.
All right, and we'll see if Stone Human's going to do anything with this turn. Oh, jeez. Okay. He's gonna buy a creature zone and a Togma, and looks like he'll probably go ahead and attack. Wait, no, actually he does have enough stars for. Actually, yeah, he has enough for a battle zone, but he opts not to buy one, and he's not gonna kill that Togma, which is interesting. I guess Togma just walls out Ozokai for this turn because Togma has just enough health to block Ozokai's attack.
Well, that's what you were talking about earlier, is just this, play zones when you need them and not otherwise, which is a situation we're in because Guster exists.
I don't see why he didn't pay for a battle zone though to attack that Ozokai. Very interesting. Maybe he knew he could wait a turn
Yeah,
because there's not anything Rylizer could do.
that is very interesting.
All right, we'll see if Stone Human will actually kill the Ozokai this turn or not. And he is going to buy a Battle Zone here, and we can only assume he's going to attack and kill that Ozokai to give him that little board advantage early on.
There it is. That's the death of Ozokai. This specific one. There's probably another.
All right, and it's Rowlizer's turn again. We'll see if he has any counter to this Togma. Of course, it's not too difficult to get through right now because it doesn't have any trees backing it up to kind of help it stay alive. But if Rowlizer doesn't have anything, it'll still be attacking for one. And I'm not going to mention the thing that we always mention about creatures that attack for 1 point.
Speaking of creatures that attack for one, here's Atatrox, who, apart from attacking for one, also has the ability to soak up an attack and not die. However, I think he's going to be doing something very different from not dying, that being doing the infliction of dying. I didn't plan that sentence out as well as I thought I had. But anyway, I think this Atatrox is probably going to kill this Togma.
Yep, that's exactly what it's going to do. And Togma, unfortunately, is not going to be able to use or like get any trees off, so it's not going to support kind of the Uram plan, assuming that he is running Uram, the boss monster of the night jungle creatures.
So I think this is a very interesting matchup because we've seen both of these decks do very well so far in the tournament. We've seen, the Night Jungles with their recursion of Glut just grinding people out into a very fine powder. But the Ozos with Ozo Titan of Justice just being able to remove a card or just draw a card every single turn, that's advantage that also doesn't, it's not little. So we're gonna.
Oh, jeez.
It's going to be very interesting to see who wins this game.
Yep, and uh, Stone Human is going to play Garul and a tree, so looks like he's gonna kill his um, kill his Acru, and that's gonna get him a Resource Conjure. Uh, then he's probably gonna attack. Yep, he's gonna attack and weaken the Atadrox one, but it's not gonna kill it. And Atadrox will probably bite back on Ryalizer's turn. Hello, Catalyst. Welcome to the stream.
All right. So let's see what Rylizer can do about this situation. It's not looking. It's not looking bad for him so far, but it's not looking good either.
Yep, this is just kind of this is a faster game so far than the previous, but no damage has really been done yet.
It's still very early in the game.
It's going to buy
All
another
right,
creature
here's
zone.
the second creature zone.
Very
Exactly.
interesting. Okay, will he do anything with that, or is he just buying it? We'll see. Of course, if he's just buying it, that's
Well,
not good for the sake of possible Guster.
yeah, considering the trends we've seen so far of not even buying a battle zone sometimes, it was safe to assume that he was going to buy something here. And that something is Ozo Block, who fetches up Ozoban, as the Ozos do.
Yep.
They fetch each other out. That's their gimmick.
and
All right.
he is going
Also
to use
blocked.
that ability, I believe. Oh no, he's actually going to use Barrow's ability, the flip, and he's actually did he search out a uh, Ozo Bam? Yes, I believe he did. Okay. Um, yep. Okay. So he did get grab that Ozo Bam, and he flips to attack and kill that Garul, and now Rylizer has a small yet kind of important field to Stonehuman that Stonehuman needs to deal with as soon as he can.
Right. So it's Rylizer's turn again. Stone Human decides to do nothing. Very interesting play right there. And let's see what Rylizer does with the situation. He decides to pick up a second battle zone. He's going to pick up the pace, try and get in for some points right now.
Yep, we'll see if he opts to go for two, not flipping either of them, or if he'll actually go for three, flipping that Adadrox's defense and attack, and put him up 3-0. Of course, Stonehuman could have an answer to that if he's running Beast of the Black Hole or Planetary Field, which is highly likely, but probably with that size hand and this early in the game, I don't think he's going to do that. And Key does bring up a good point in chat. Rivalizer zones are very neat. Um, I'm not going to mention the other zones. I refuse.
So we see the flippening, I guess, of Adatrox. So 200 health, and that's a very good way of saying I'm gonna swing with all of this stuff.
And Beast
And
of the Black
speaking of
Hole.
swinging
All
with a
right.
lot of stuff, that's a Beast of the Black Hole.
I wouldn't say that's a lot of stuff, but I'd say that's one big thing. And the game's going to stay 0-0. But Beast of the Black Hole gone early. That is actually probably ideal for Rylizer because if he does have bigger creatures waiting later on, he does not have to worry about that Beast of the Black Hole.
Well, this is a Barrow deck, and Barrow decks obviously never, ever, 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 ever have big creatures, so it's probably going to be fine. Speaking of things being fine, here's Togma and
Oh
his
my god.
friend Heat. And Togma decides to swing for a point, or
That
specifically
that's
Stone
going to
Human
be
told
two
him to.
point. That's actually going to be 2 points because of Heat's ability while Togma's on the planet.
Right. So that's 2 points, which Stone Human did not actually notice while doing it.
Which I actually thought that was intentional, but that's a good play, I'd say, even if it wasn't intentional. Giving him 2 points off just small two-card combo that combos into later bigger, better cards. It was good.
Seems very good.
Okay. And of course, Togma is going to have that ability where if Rallizer wants to attack and kill that Togma, it's gonna have to go through that Heat Tree of the Night Jungle first.
It basically turns all of the trees into Bulwarder, which is very,
Ooh,
very
and
strong. We
that
saw last game
that's a
how
good play.
Bulwarder can just
That's a
help in winning the game.
that's a very good situational play. That's gonna get rid of the Heat. Unable to use its ability, but it still does benefit Stone Human. Oh, accidentally got rid of the resource zone. That benefits Stone Human still because it kind of beefs up um, that Uram for later. But uh, Togma's not going to be able to stall this turn. And Underworld Burrower, I assume, is going to attack and kill that Togma to put a pretty big threat on Rylizer's field. And he's actually going to continue that with a Thorngabork. So it looks like he's going to attack for 1 point this turn, assuming he doesn't use a KO or any other type of removal.
Yeah, Thunderbolt, big threat, as we all know. Probably should be banned, to be honest. Um,
Pogbornk.
okay. So, game is moving a little more slowly than I would like it to.
Yep. As we get to the later rounds, of course, the game will definitely speed up as we get like kind of filter out the less experienced players. I'm not calling these players not experienced, but some of them are fairly new to the server, like past few weeks, and we will, I assume, see kind of the pros of competitive showing up later, where we'll have these super fast games. And okay,
No response has been declared after a quick misclick.
and
And,
Ryalizer is going to attack for one with Thorngaborg.
yeah. So, here comes Stone Human. Let's see if he does anything on his turn. He gains his stars. He draws his card. Not in that order, but whatever. And now, let's see what he does. And he decides to play Ice Elixir. That is quite the play right there. Freezing that Underworld Borrower in place. So even if he decides to do nothing, uh, then this Thunderbolk will need 19 turns to finish off the game.
Yep, that's the theoretical situation. Oh, and
And
here's a Gla.
here, yeah, the best card in the Night Jungle deck, probably.
Well, people do say Kraka does make Night Jungle though, not Gla. But like, it's really a combination of Kraka and Gla, and a little bit Uram, a little bit of trees. Well, I mean the trees are necessary actually. I don't know what I'm saying, but it's really Kraka and Gla make the Night Jungle good, and he's actually not going to use a tree to take out that Thorngabork,
Yeah,
and
Glaz
that'd be
20 power.
unfortunate if Gla is just played to be killed, because he's going to need to cycle that back in. And Stonehuman doesn't have a big hand right here, so Rylizer should try to capitalize off this. And he's going to play a Adidrox, and he does not need to use Barrow's ability to kill that. And that's going to be a pretty big wall for Rylizer here. And Stonehuman's going to need some answers with even with that small hand. He needs something to deal with that.
Adatrox gotta get rid of the Claw, at least temporarily, because as you said, Kraka is what makes this deck tick. Getting to double wormhole kind of every turn is very, very strong.
Yep, of course you do need the trees to be able to do that. Um, so yeah, it's like I guess um, Gla and Kraka cannot survive without the trees, but they thrive when they do have a ample amount of trees. And this Thorngaborg is just going to be there for stall. Is actually pretty good, so that's going to make sure that Stonehuman has four cards in his hand next turn, assuming he doesn't play any others this turn. Uh,
Yeah, I think
yep.
in this case, this is just here to cycle. Like get the card out of his hand, try and draw something better. There's a card in this game called Relihex Mine,
Oh,
which
jeez.
it basically it's an activator, and at the end of your turn, at the end of your opponent's turn, you get to play it, and then you draw a card. So it basically just cycles itself. It gets rid of itself and gets another card. Thorngabolk is basically that, but on a body, which is why people play Thorngabolk and not Relihex Mine.
Though people do occasionally play Relic Mine, each do have their own benefits, of course. Like, you need a free zone to play Thorngabork, which sometimes that's just not available.
True. All right, so it is Stone Human's turn. And now it's no longer Stone Human's turn because it's Ryalizer's turn. Stone Human decides to go for the play of playing nothing once again.
And looks like Rylizer might be able to get a lead here if he does decide to flip the power and health of Adidrox. Um, we'll see if Rylizer can capitalize off any more off this. He is going to play a resource zone, but I'm not sure if he's going to want to pay any more stars to buy any more zones. He's already got a lot. I know one of them has been taken, uh, or being filled by that Ice Elixir and Underwood Burrower, but I mean, yeah. Okay, moving on. Uh,
Right. So, we've seen Rylizer with some very, very tight play, only where zones are concerned, only really buying them when he has a use for them. So, the fact that he's bought this resource zone now, I think tells us something about what is in his hand. There's definitely something that he wants to play. He wants to keep up an activator or something.
I suspect a Star Dealer, though. Um, of course, Night Jungle doesn't really play too many Star Deal or not Star Deal, high cost creatures, but of course there are some. Ooh, and here is a Phantom Matter. If Rylizer
Yeah.
has Erratic Void, this is the time to play it. But what is he gonna grab? Uh, Possibly that Adidrox right there.
Yep, that's what he picks. It's Adatrox. So Adatrox comes out. Not the greatest Phantom Matter we've ever seen, I think, but it's not bad. However, the disadvantage of picking Adatrox here is that uh, it doesn't have Barrow's ability on its side, so it can't actually attack into anything effectively. What it is going to do is crash itself into that other Adatrox over there because that one is flipped.
Yep, and they're just gonna trade right here. Yeah, Adidrox does not get his full abilities, I guess, from having a different planet using that Phantom Matter. But still solid card.
Definitely. This is probably the most ineffective combat I've ever seen in Chaos Galaxies. A creature attacks and nothing dies.
Well, at least they both damaged each other, so we don't have to sit through the Adidroxes one by one, kind of slowly dying.
Yeah.
Okay, and it is Rylizer's turn now. We'll see if he actually is going to kill that Adidrox using A- Adidrox, kill his clone. But I feel like Rylizer's probably just gonna wall out here, kind of chill, build up a hand. But maybe that isn't ideal because Stone Human is kind of against the fence right now. He only have 4 cards in his hand, and he resorted to Phantom Matter, which may be a clue uh, telling that he doesn't have any other creatures really fit to battle right now.
Yeah. So this is probably Rylai's chance to use this momentum that he's got. And speaking of momentum, here's Charge Blaster.
What does that
I don't
even
know what
mean?
that has to do with momentum. However, that does have to do with killing Adatrox by paying 3 stars. So that's going to pave the way for a 2-point attack from this Adatrox, bringing Rylizer up to 5 points.
Assuming there is no response, of course,
Of course.
which we'll wait to see. He is going to flip that power and health and attack the planet. Any response? No response, and Rylizer's going to go up 5-2.
Here's a bit of a hot take, but I think this resource zone is actually here for an activation activated activator. Just to
Maybe.
make sure that Stone Human doesn't pull a fast one. I
Yep.
mean, Beast of the Black Hole is already gone, but
Also,
just
sorry
making
guys,
sure.
I missed the counter earlier. That's why I added 4 points to Rylizer on that scoreboard. Forgot to add 2 when he attacked for 2 earlier. So just ignore that. I fixed it, don't worry. Okay, back to the game. Added Drox. Going to flip again.
Yeah, Stone Human
Oh, actually, he's gonna
again
buy a creature zone.
didn't draw anything that would get him out of the situation. I assume, otherwise he would have used it probably. Or he's waiting for Rylizer to overextend, and this, to me, looks a bit like overextending.
However, Stonehuman did already use his Beast of the Black Hole, so Stonehuman's gonna have to come up with a different counter that's different from that because he just he already burned that resource or activator card. And Rylizer is going to use the ability of Ozokai to search out an Ozo block, add that to his hand. Rylizer, with that big hand, actually might have Ozo Titan of Justice just about ready, assuming that it is in his hand. And actually, if he did play it right now, he would be able to, but there's no reason to. Unless, actually, he could kill that Ice Elixir using an Ozo Titan. Of course, some cards on his field would have to die to free up some space for him to do that. And this is going to be three total points. So for Rylizer, it's going to be at 8.
And this game is probably progressing a bit faster than Stone Human would like, realistically. Um, so, I mean, he has been stalling out fairly well so far, but I can't see this going on for that much longer. Like, against that hand size, even a Pelfam won't help. However, he's gonna try.
What is he going to bounce though? That's the question. I would assume the Ozo Kai and then kill the Atadrox for the death blow because Atadrox is at one life left. Oh, but it looks like he's going to extend on this play here and maybe kill both those creatures that are currently able to battle.
Well, he still has not decided what he wants to return to hand.
Oh, and he's going to return that Atadrox, which I do believe to be a misplay because Atadrox will come back at full strength again, and you don't want to see that because Rylizer now has a his wall Atadrox back, and that is just no good. And what is he going to attack? He's going to attack the Underwood Burrower. Another interesting choice because that is actually currently not a threat to Stone Human. Um, Ozokai can, of course, um, get like a KO and just put it on that Pelfam and attack. So
Uh,
interesting
I
choices.
think I think in this case, bouncing Ozokai would have been the better play.
Yep.
Because, oh,
Oh,
speaking of
yep.
people not playing Relihex Mine, here's Relihex Mine.
Yep.
Anyway, I think bouncing Ozokai would have been the better play because both Ozo blocks are already out of the deck, so the ability wouldn't do anything.
Yep. And it is Rylizer's turn. He's got this open, nice and open field. Underwood Burrower finally dead. We'll see if he can kill this Pelfam and continue his march forward. And he
Well,
has the
here's
Pelfam
death.
killer,
Yeah.
the Pelfam killer. So he's gonna flip, attack, and kill that Pelfam. And I can assume Ozokai will go and swing for one here to put Rylizer at 9 points. Yep, and that's exactly what he does. And no response. It is 9-2, Rylizer's lead. That debt is weak right now, so that'll be pretty easy to kill. But Stonehuman
Well,
is going to use that Lost Probe, which can search him out a Pelfam or any creature not from Gaios, which of course doesn't help him with the Night Jungle strategy, but um, that can help him kind
it's
of
going
get
to
this
be
defense.
interesting what he
Yep,
searches out.
there it is. There's the Pelfam, his second copy of Pelfam. Uh, and I assume
All
he's
right.
probably gonna bounce that Ozokai and kill that deck because the deck could come back and kill Pelfam. So, uh,
Assuming that he makes the right choice, of course.
yep. Which, in my eyes, I don't think he did the past two times. But We'll see.
Alright, so Ozokai returns to the hand.
There we go. So there's the correct play, in my opinion. And that's going to clear Rylaiser's field finally. It's been a long time since he's had no creatures there. Alright, and the turn has been passed to Rylaiser. He's going to need another answer to another Pelfam. Of course, with that hand size, he probably has something there. Like, he's got to have something that's going to be able to kill that Pelfam, right?
Probably. I mean, he does have more cards than I can count in his hand, which is a number. It's between 6 and many.
Yeah, yeah, I think it's six, Aaron Gray. Okay, well,
Alright, here's Adatrox, which notably does not answer Pelfam.
he's either going to put a KO, which he will, and I was going to say either that or just stall, but he's actually going to attach that KO, and this Adadrox, no need to use Barrow's ability, he's going to attack and kill that Pelfam, get that off the field, and Stone Human might not have any creatures in his hand again. He has not gone really much of
Yes.
Night Jungle off yet.
It's interesting to see the Night Jungle deck getting ground out of its resources like this.
Yeah, this is not
Kind of,
typical. This may be just, poor draws, um, just poor situations. Uh,
yeah. I mean, we haven't seen a single cracker yet, which would probably help at least a little bit.
Yep, definitely. With that 290 power and the ability to cycle back those Night Jungle cards into his deck, he could definitely use that. And there's a Uram who is going to get his ability from two, so he cannot be killed by activators. So he will be safe from Beast of the Black Hole, which Rylizer has not used yet, or safe from any other activator. So that's pretty early. It's pretty early to play his boss, but in this situation that may be good for him. And looks like Stone Human's gonna play Dark Space Eater, which we have not seen for a while. So one can only wonder what is under there. Um,
Nice rhyme.
I would guess probably Galaxy Crash since Beast of Black Hole's already gone. But no one knows except of course the moderator and Stone Human.
Alright, so Adatrox gets his 1 health point taken off, and that's that misplay we talked about earlier. Showing its face right here.
Yep. Yeah, I was unfortunate by Stone Human. Just didn't realize um, the better option there, and it is biting him in the back, which has actually been kind of a theme. Like every single misplay, if somebody's made at least like maybe three misplays in a game, at least one will bite them in the back.
They are called misplays for a reason.
Yep. Of course, not all of them lead to bad results. Okay, and Ryalizer is still thinking. Stone Human only has a two-card hand, and Ryalizer has a lot. We're gonna count that out real quick while we wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 cards to 2. So, Stone Human, this is not looking good for you, buddy. Uh, you do have
I
that
was hoping
Uram,
you were.
but
I was hoping you would go like kid show style, like let's count the cards in Ryalizer's hands together.
okay.
One,
Okay. Okay, we
two,
get it, Aaron Gray.
3, 4, 5, 13. I skipped a few numbers. All
Yeah, thank God. Okay.
right, here's Ozobam, who exists. I was about to say what he has, but it actually Like, if you look at the artwork on Ozobam, what are those gray things? Because to me, they look like tiny, weird, futuristic guns.
Gray thing?
But I don't
They,
think
you
Zack
said
would give Ozobam a gun.
the gray thing? Or actually, I guess there are two. No, I'm pretty sure that's a gun. Because there's like a sword, a shield, and a gun. Pretty sure. Yep.
All
Sword,
right.
shield, gun. Except I don't know what Zach would call it. He'd probably give it a more innocent name.
Right. Well, Pokemon Gun confirmed.
Confirmed by Zach. Zach, of course, living in the region that Pokemon Sword and Shield take place in. So, what if? What if?
Pretty interesting. So, it is now Rylaiser's turn again after this Uram has murdered his Adatrox. Finally getting it off the board. It's been here for way too long.
Yep. Way too long. That was his third and final use of it. And here comes the Ozo Titan of Justice, which is going to just straight up eliminate that Uram. Of course, if Uram had, I think it is, yep, four trees, he would actually be safe from this ability. But because he does not, he is not safe. And look at all those Ozo. He's got all four up and ready. We usually do not see that. That's a very good play. And that's going to allow him to get easy 4 points here.
Yeah, that's a big swing in the game. That's just the power of the Ozos. And every turn this thing stays on the board, it's just going to accumulate Rylaiser more advantage.
I'll be back 1 second.
Also, I have just received information that at least one person would be down for a counting stream with me. So, hooray! Alright, it is now Stone Human's turn. And he goes up to 8 stars. And let's see what he decides to do. He does nothing. It is now Rylaiser's turn, once again. And that Ozo, Titan of Justice. One mode that we can't forget about right here is the ability to reveal 3 things and then draw a
Oh, yeah,
card.
sorry, I'm back now.
Yup, no problem. Yeah, I was just talking about the ability of Ozo where he can, instead of destroying a thing, which is not an option here, he could just use it to draw a card, which is important not to forget about. Alright, here we see Card Consuming Cosmic Creator, which bumps Rylaiser's stars up quite a bit. I think we saw this card last from him as well.
All right. Oh, and of course, Rylizer is now at 13 points. Need to update that real quick. Sorry. Okay, and it is Rylizer's turn again.
Let's see what he does after that card Consuming Cosmic Creator. What's he going to do with those 10 stars? He does have a free creature zone. And 10 is enough to play the biggest of all the boys, Onius the Planet Abomination.
That would win him the game, but nope. Okay. Torben Chariot, very good option here
It's
still. That's going to be 6 points. That's going to put him up at 19. Of course, if there's no response, which it doesn't look like there will be. And he's going to use
Oh, he
Ozo
just
to
uses Ozo to draw one, yeah, as I mentioned before. So he reveals Ozo Block as the Barra creature and Galaxy Rock as the Gaios creature.
Very interesting. All right,
Alright,
and
we have a second player who'd be down for a counting stream with me. Ryan, you're outnumbered. By 1.
okay, well, I'm not hosting it. You are.
Here's a second card Consuming Cosmic Creator,
Jesus.
killing that Galaxy Rock. So very smart playing here from Rylizer, using that after using the
Ooh,
ability that
and
he
I
needs
think I
to
know what's
reveal
going to
it with.
happen here. He's going to buy that battle zone and go for the win. which I think he will get.
Yeah,
I don't think Stonehuman has an answer. His Beast of the Black Hole is gone.
yeah, that Dark Space Eater not going to do anything in the end. Yep,
Wow.
that's the game. That's an
What
attack for 7 points.
what a
All
performance by
right.
Ryalizer.
I'd say good game, everybody.
Final score 20-2 Ryalizer. Ryalizer won pretty quickly, and that's a very poor hand for Stonehuman. That's very unfortunate. Sometimes you just don't get lucky. You don't draw what you need, and in this format of tournaments, uh, one poor game and you're out pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
All right.
we have one more game lined up, so we will be back at 5:50 or in 5 minutes when that game is ready. So we'll be right back. Hello, welcome back, everybody. Um, for our third and final match of the day, we have Unseen Oddish, who's on Untap going by Skills. So if we say Unseen Oddish or Skills, just know it's the same person. And they will be facing Artagaz, who will be using Sindel, but we do not know what Unseen Oddish is using yet. Looks like they'll be choosing heads or tails, and Artagaz does pick tails, and it lands on tails. So he gets the choice, and he will go second. Oh, and the hiding planet is shown. It is Gaios. So Sindel versus Gaios battle. This will be very interesting. We haven't seen much of Sindel, but we have gotten a good look into Gaios already. And I accidentally forgot to deafen myself. So Aaron Gray couldn't hear me. Um, Sorry, Aaron Gray. Can you hear me now? He'll be joining us in a second.
I was I was wondering what was going on.
I knew it was
All
gonna happen
right.
to me eventually. Like I was gonna forget something.
So here we are. Barbecue sauce. Nobody. Nowhere. Whatever. Okay. So have you introduced our competitors yet?
Yeah, I went through everything already.
All right. So I guess there's nothing for me to do but sit and watch. Speaking of watching, here's a Razor song. I don't know what that has to do with watching, but whatever. It's here, and I think there's probably a reason for why it was bought.
I would hope.
Um, so Ryan, what do you think? Why did he buy this resource zone?
Maybe he has something in his hand, like Cosmic Creator, or like the card that you discard one from your hand and then you gain. 6 stars, but no, not using that. And Artigas is going to attack for early 3 points, which is pretty big compared to other games. Other games took like 10 turns to get 3 points total, and this one's going to do it on like the third. So Artigas is up 3-0 very very early, and we'll see if Skills does have an answer to this.
Well, considering he doesn't even have a zone yet, we will have to see. However, he does have a lot of stars that he saved up over all these turns of not playing his zone.
Yep, and Unseen Onish is going to buy all his zones and attach a blaze or ice elixir. Sorry, very big difference. Like seriously, that wasn't that wasn't sarcasm. Um, and he's just gonna pass it right back. So Unseen Onish successfully buys himself some time to get something that can deal with that Demonite.
I'm
Here's an Aplu played by Unseen Onish. Uh, he's going to use Gaios' ability to go ahead and discard that, but he's going to be able to search out a Gla, which is really going to start ramping up his deck speed. Oh, he's going to search out Thornborg. Very interesting. Um, I guess that'll actually speed up the deck even more. Guess he does not need or have the ability to use Gla right now, and I guess Thornborg is the better option. All right. Demonite is going. Demonite. Artigas is going to clone that creature zone, pay 4 stars, and buy another. And he's going to play a Skullcross Scythe. We have not really seen the Skullcross archetype. Um, and he's going to use that Scythe to attack for another 2 points, put him up 5-0 against Unseen Oddish. And Unseen Oddish is going to play a Thornborg, which has enough power to kill that Skullcross Scythe. So it kind of stops that problem right there without it kind of adding up.
I'm very sorry. I would help with the commentary, but my end is lagging very hard, not really loading in correctly, and so I have been unable to help. I'm very sorry.
It's all right. I got this. Just join in when you're ready. Um,
All right, speaking of being ready, here I am. It's finally loaded in. So Thunderbolg attacks the site, killing it.
that happened
So,
like
Ryan,
20 seconds ago.
oh, really? Oh, wow, okay. Anyway, Ryan, explain to me, what does the Skullcross archetype do? How do
Um,
they work?
it does stuff. We haven't seen much of them. But basically, um, the Skullcross, they have all the little parts of like the commander, and they add up, and they'll kind of attach to him to boost his power, make him even more powerful, and very interesting kind of off meta archetype here that we're seeing. And uh, back to the game, Togma is going to attack and kill that Waku Man, um, but he's going to use that ability. Um, oh, actually, no, that isn't kill by attack. Okay, wait. Wackerman's ability is when this creature is killed by an attack or is killed from your galaxy or hand by a Sindel creature's ability, you draw 1 card. So it does not actually activate that ability, but um, he will get the Sindel planet ability, which will net him another star.
And do you think that those stars, how important are they, really,
Um,
for the overall game plan? Like, this is a very small amount of kind of advantage that he's getting back for these Sindel creatures dying.
yes, but I mean, of course, it will add up, and it actually may be the difference between being able to play a creature that win the game versus one that won't. Um, so like having that extra star is always nice. He's going to kind of build that throughout the game as his Sindel creatures go to the graveyard.
Just to put into perspective how hard my end is lagging, that Togma just attacked the Waku Man now on my side.
Jeez,
So,
yeah, that is fairly late. But anyway, Artigas does play a crossbone headquarters before he passes the turn. Um, what this does is when you play this card, you add one Galaxy Commander Crossbones to your hand. Every time a Skullcross card is attached to your Commander Crossbones, kill one of your opponent's zone creatures. So that's pretty powerful. Is if he's able to get it off. And another interesting detail: Unseen Oddish for some reason is not attacking and killing that Demon Knight right now. I guess he's using it just kind of waiting out, but he could definitely kill it because of Heat's tree ability, which would give him just enough power to get through that 140 health of Demonite.
yeah, I think in this case he's just using it as a kind of sludge infestation, sort of. Because all the Demonite is doing is sitting there. It's unable to attack. Unfortunately, it also prevents the Artiga- Artigos. Well, it prevents his opponent's planet from being attacked. So there are advantages and disadvantages to this
Oh,
play.
and there's Gla. So Unseen Onish is going to search out that Applu or use that Applu to search out a Gla, and we'll see if he can. Nope, he's just gonna wait. But I think that's a smart play because whatever's coming, Gla's ready to kill it. Artigas is just sitting here, kind of waiting for this Demonite to die, I assume. Just building up his hand and stars. And he's going to pass. Another Relihex mine, very interesting. So both have already been used by Unseen Oddish. I think Unseen Oddish is running a minimum card deck, and using those Relihex mines are just going to make that deck even more compact, so it has a lot more consistency. And Unseen Oddish is going to go ahead and use that Dark Space Eater, likely on either Beast of the Black Hole or Galaxy Crash. At this stage of the game, when he's down, honestly, I'd say neither are a good option because he's at this disadvantage. He might want to use them for himself if, of course, he got it. But we don't know what he has. Excuse me, sorry. Jeez,
Sure don't.
I need some water, man.
So it's
Throat's getting dry.
Artigaz's turn. I have managed to be up to date now. I have reloaded the page. And so it's Artigaz's turn. And he's up to 18 stars, if I am not mistaken, which is enough to play Omnius and buy another creature zone in this situation. Not that that's the play I would recommend him doing, but that's what he could do. What he decides to do instead is buy a second battle zone and then pass the turn.
Are you okay, Aaron
I
Gray?
I, I don't see why he would do that, but oh well.
Well, he's just buying the battle zone to kind of not overflow on stars there because he would have hit 20 and kind of lost opportunity for an extra 2 stars.
Oh, true with Sindel's ability. Yeah, okay, that's one step further than I was thinking.
All right, and Unseen Odds still kind of waiting on that, waiting to kill that Demonite. Uh, he does have the heat, so he's probably just waiting to have Artigas try to counter, and then he'll just use that heat and maybe bring out Gluz. I don't know. But point is, Unseen Onish is waiting, kind of getting ready to go. He's just waiting for Artigas to make his first move, which I think they're really waiting on each other at this point.
Definitely a very, very slow one right now.
Lots of
Uh,
zones though, so that's not going to be an issue later in the game. So I feel like we're going to see a lot of card plays as soon as this kind of um, neutral field breaks. Yeah,
yeah.
we're doing our best to have fun on Oddish.
We're trying. We're really trying.
3 streams in, technical difficulties. Our heads are still trying to be held high. Maybe not as high as they should be, but
Right.
okay.
So let's
Sorry.
actually let's have a look at the players' hands and let's count out. All right, so Artigas at 15 cards in hand. That's almost double the hand size that Magic the Gathering allows you to have. And skills or Unseen Oddish finally decides to play a card,
Woo!
specifically another tree.
Yeah.
And here's Thornborg.
Poggabork. Oh, and there's a Kraka too.
Right. So as you mentioned, a lot of cards being played here.
Okay, Unseen Oddish, according to chat, is apparently playing Night Jungle Loop, which kind of just infinitely cycles Gla and all the Night Jungle creatures. And um, yep, that's gonna be pretty difficult to beat for Artigas if he doesn't have the right things. And okay, looks like Unseen Oddish is going to sacrifice that Thorngaborg by attacking into the Demonite, which is actually pretty funny because like we were wondering why um, kept that Demonite on the field so long. I guess he just used it to like kill that Thorngaborg, gain another uh, card, and he's gonna pass the turn.
Let's draw a bunch of cards here. Two off Gook and one off the Thornborg. And he's down to 9 cards in deck, where his opponent, Artigas, still has 17 cards in deck. Now, normally that would be a bad thing, having so few cards left in your deck. However, in this case, that's what this deck tries to do, is to get an empty deck and then put Gla and some trees and the second copy of Kraka and
Yep.
just manipulate your deck to always be drawing gas and always be drawing another copy of Gla to just make it to just kill everything your opponent has until they run out of cards and then very slowly win the game.
I just want to point out real quick, if Artigas is running Shockwave 5, Unseen Oddish is screwed. Like, he's completely screwed
Oh
if Shockwave
yeah.
5 is being run. Of course, we haven't seen too much of that. We saw that mainly in first round, but not as much in the past few streams. Maybe, I think we've seen definitely one. Has there been a second on stream?
Oh, there hasn't been a second one on
Okay.
stream, or I would have remembered that.
Yeah, TP Cole used it to 20-0 his opponent, and it was pretty sad, as his opponent was just utterly screwed after TP Cole played the Shockwave 5.
All right. So it is Artigas' turn.
Yeah, oh my God. You know, I'm popping off if a Shockwave 5 is played on either side because I think that'd be
Yeah,
hilarious. These gigantic
this
hands just
is
all gone.
yeah.
And here comes the Pelfam.
Making the hand even bigger. What's he going to bounce though?
I would assume the Togma, and then he would target the. Oh, he's okay. He's gonna
Oh, he's
bounce the
going for the
tree,
tree.
and
Getting rid of the Togma permanently.
is he gonna kill the Togma? No, he's gonna kill the Kraka. Of course, still has the tree, so he's probably just gonna bring that back. But I think getting rid of that Kraka is actually probably the best play because that Kraka is
Oh yeah.
able to just cycle, and Artigas does not want Unseen Oddish to be able to do that.
Well, the question is, was that the first or the second copy of Kraka? That was the first one, alright.
Oh, and here comes Gla, the one he's been saving, and that's just gonna straight up kill that Pelfam. Um,
Yup.
Unseen Oddish is in surprisingly, he's controlling the game surprisingly well, despite not having any points. And that Demonite has been there since like practically the start of the game. Hmm. Oh jeez, and there's the other Kraka, and there's a Gook.
I
Oh my
don't
God.
I don't think Oddish really cares about getting points in this stage of the game, and that's why that Demonite gets to just stay there. Yeah, this is what Night Jungle Loop does, is just shuffle Kraka back with Kraka, and then because you get to shuffle back Kraka with Kraka every time, you're never going to run out of gas.
Yep. Artigas got to find some sort of answer to kind of put a stop to this combo. Stop Unseen
I
Oddish
think the
from
best answer
this
to
crazy.
this, the best answer that I can think of would be Gallifection. Just kill the Kraka from the deck before it ever gets to be in the hand.
Of course, you would suggest a card that everybody hates. You play like every card that everybody just despises.
Don't play Parallel Universes.
If that was possible, you would run it. Don't even lie.
Okay, fine. Yes, I would. Oh, here's Galaxy Crash or Destruction at this point. I think, like, at this point, despite it looking fairly even on board, I think it's over. Or at least close to over.
He doesn't even have a point yet. What are you calling? Come on, man.
Because, like, skills can just completely.
All right, and Unseen Osh is going to continue that cycle he has going of the Night Jungle creatures. He has three resource zones and three battle zones. I mean, three creature, resource, three creature, but only one battle zone. And he's going to max out on stars next turn. I don't see why he didn't buy a battle zone right there. Um, of course, some people do prefer having 20 stars and kind of sacrificing the two for the for
Well,
the
we
sake of
see a
having a
Wacky
good
Man
advantage.
here. The second one.
Yep. And I guess that probably gonna use that go through. Uh, oh, he's gonna kill it. Actually, I guess.
He just wanted to draw the card.
Okay, interesting play. Um, I think probably would have been better if he just killed that glow there. But I don't know. We'll see if that was the right play.
Well, considering that Kraka is on the board and ready to shuffle anything back into the deck that enters the graveyard, the discard pile, sorry, the discard pile at all, I don't think killing Gla there would have been the smartest play.
Yeah, I guess so. Jesus Christ, these hands. Um, I don't think I've ever seen hands that big.
So one thing that I think is important to mention is that this Night Jungle Loop deck, while it's extremely slow and extremely infuriating to play against. It does take a lot of skill to set up your deck in a way, and your deck and your discard pile and everything in a way where you can get to that loop state where you can get it so that no matter what your opponent does, you're always going to have a play.
Yep, and
Um,
here we see a Commander Crossbones. Finally get to see a little bit of that Crossbone archetype, and Commander Crossbones is going to attack and kill Togma, which, hmm,
Very interesting play. Gets rid of the heat instead,
and that's actually going to
and
trade. Um, I wonder why he did that.
I wonder too. I I
He,
honestly have no idea why he would do that. One card like left in deck now for Unseen Oddish.
I'll just tell a
So
little
now,
story real quick. So I was watching before this was before the tournament. I was watching PDF fight Unseen Oddish, and um, Kraka, and PDF just Shockwave fives it, and it destroys him, and like Oddish loses the game. He just completely rage quits, and PDF he he just puts a link to a YouTube video in the Untap chat, and it was a link to the song Mambo Number Five, which appears to be PDF's theme song for this tournament and for his deck, which he. Okay, back to the game.
actually, I don't think we need to go back to the game. This is incredibly slow. Uh, there's not much to say. Artigas buys a battle zone, but yeah.
We're just waiting for Unseen Oddish to kind of decide when to stop cycling his deck. He's actually going to get is like I okay. I don't think there's any more cards he can bring back with Kraka anymore
And
because
that is what the
yep.
Demonite is for, because he can just run the Gla into the Demonite and then get it into the graveyard. He chooses
And
not to, though. Attacks Demonite with the Togma.
Demonite
Finally,
is
that
dead.
option was available from like turn 5 or something.
Oh my God, Demonite is dead, and Unseen Oddish looks to get um kind of build up an offensive push, but of course Artigas probably has the answer in it uh, for it because his hand is like more than like 15 cards. So,
You want to get into
all right. Um, no moments of silence for Demonite. Screw Demonite.
Yeah,
He was a
he was here for too
survivor.
long.
He lived like almost all of his life in a freeze elixir. He actually did get quite a few kills by just kind of sitting there and taking attacks that traded. This is a very interesting deck. The Night Jungle Cycle. I haven't really seen anything like it. Um, though it is very slow. So we're just kind of waiting for this push by Unseen Oddish, which wouldn't be surprised if it happens anytime now.
I'm noticing a trend here of the third game that we commentate always being extremely long and extremely slow.
Yep.
Speaking of being slow, here's Gla attacking for one.
Jeez. Okay, I finally get to show the score. Uh, 1-5. That's first point on the board for Unseen Oddish. I believe he's doing that to make sure that both the Kraka and the Togma are kind of still alive, so they don't get Beast of the Black Hole. Because I believe that has not been used yet. Yeah, has not been used yet by Artigas. So, uh, Unseen Oddish playing it safe and just attacking for one with Claw. Okay, I really want to see Shockwave 5 right now. That would be freaking hilarious.
Yeah. However, I just think it's highly unlikely.
Yep, unfortunately. I feel like I'm one of the few people who actually likes Shockwave 5. It seems everyone else like or hates it, but I mean, I guess I don't really play 5-star creatures and I don't actually play it competitively as often as I used to. So maybe that's why I just haven't had a traumatic experience with Shockwave 5. But I do like seeing it.
I think it's a good counter to Night Jungles.
Yeah, it
As
is.
we can see here, if that card hit, it would be the end.
Yeah, uh want to see it, man. I think that'd be a crazy turnaround even though Artigas has been winning this entire game. Oh, here's an armored heck goat.
First time we've seen it this tournament, despite it being quite the popular card. So, Ryan, Mr. Analyst Man, please tell me, what does Armored Hecko do?
So he's going to kill a creature in your hands or um, on your field. Of course, it's almost always going to be from your hand, and it's going to put it in the discard, and that will give Armored Hecko 60 power. And then he's actually able to grab that card or a different card that's from Sindel in his discard and put it back in his deck to get another 60 power. So this Hecko is going to be at 250 power and 250 health. Um, yep. Wait, he did kill one of his creatures, correct? Yes.
You had to kill the tree instead.
No, I'm talking about the Hecko.
Yeah. He killed a Palfam.
Yep. Looks like Artigas has
Jeez.
not corrected that yet. Oh, geez. Here we go. More Kraka cycling. Tomato shares his Shockwave 5 experience with me. He said he doesn't run any 5-star creatures, so he likes how it's completely dead in his opponent's hand, which I agree with. It's just dead card, and I like it when my opponent has dead cards.
Yeah, usually.
All right. Oh yeah, using heat. Yeah, it's gonna give uh, Togma enough power to go through and attack that armored heck goat. But here goes uh,
He's still a black
yep,
hole.
which actually Togman's gonna get powered up again because of heat, but Gloa will be dead.
I think he just a lot needed. Because there's no such thing as graveyard hate in this game. There's no way of getting rid of your opponent's cards from the graveyard. Uh, and
Yep.
I think that's one of the things that we should probably see in the next set, hopefully. Zach, if you're watching, please tell me you're watching. Um, yeah, so Graveyard Hate would be greatly appreciated so this kind of situation doesn't happen anymore.
Also, I'll mention real quick. Togma is at 430 power, so he's attacking for 4 points. A 3-star creature.
Yep. Heat, good card.
Yep, especially in this kind of cycle deck. Um, Unseen Oddish does not have any creatures or cards in his deck. So if we did see a Shockwave 5, all that would be left is that Kraka and that one tree. So actually, I do think Unseen Oddish would be able to recover from it because he has a tree and Kraka, and maybe start the cycle again.
Alright, so Artigas decides that this is his only chance. He plays Commander Crossbones, number 2, and Bone Ladder.
Here comes Hecko.
Here we
It's back.
go.
All right, and
So Hector is back.
Hecko will probably grab the other crossbones. No, he's gonna grab Skullcross Shield. Oh, and he's gonna attach it to that Commander Crossbones and
Right, and
use that
now
ability.
that Crossbones headquarters from very early in the game gets to kill this Kraka. Unfortunately, Skills has the second one in hand. However, if he does have Shockwave 5, then and this would be amazing. However, I kind of doubt that.
Hammer time. Nice. Shockwave 5 time, maybe?
I mean, it would be cool.
It appears that Commander Crossbones is actually not going to be able to gain that Skullcross Shield.
Why?
Um,
It says when a creature
oh,
would be
actually,
killed,
no,
a
he will, he will.
Sundel-handed creature would be killed.
Yep, actually, so that's my bad. Um, so it will work. Go through. Sorry, just some confusion. Uh, we move on, and Kraka is dead.
We get some crap raves for Kraka's gone in the chat,
Well,
please.
there's another Kraka, so.
There is another one, but still.
Oh, so he's gonna take that
Ooh.
Kraka.
Oh, that is such a good play. That is such a good play. Oh
That's
my goodness.
genius.
Because now he can't recycle it.
So Unseen Onyx
That
is just gonna
is
have to wait. He's not gonna be able to use his Kraka, or he doesn't want to use his Kraka until this Phantom Mattered Kraka is dead, because he won't be able to cycle through anymore. Because Kraka is currently on Artigaz's playing field, and he's gonna attach a Bull Warder that's gonna
here's
make it even
Bull
harder to get
Warder.
through. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh!
Bull Warder notably can take 5 stars, not only 4 stars. This is amazing. This is truly amazing.
What a counter push! You know, uh, Artigaz was really kind of against the fence, really in a bad spot. But it seems like he's really turning this around right now, and
That's the
he has a chance for
disadvantage.
big points.
That's the incredible disadvantage of playing a deck that's so slow. You're allowing your opponent to draw into so many cards. Is that eventually they might figure out an answer.
Yep, and this Togma will likely die here too. Um, oh, but actually, the EX ability is gonna make Artigaz lose 3 points. Unfortunately. Okay, and he's not gonna attack with that Kraka, probably because he's afraid of Beast of the Black Hole, which is very reasonable because it is 100% in his hand, and so is Galaxy Crash, actually. Um,
I mean, there
so,
is a reason you play that
yep.
Bull Warder. However, yeah, now that you mentioned that Galaxy Crash is still in hand,
Ooh, and actually,
This is far from
he's
over.
not gonna use EAC. He's just gonna let Togma die.
Probably a smart play considering Galaxy Crash is coming. Um, so Galaxy Crash will be played, Bullwarder will die, Cracker will live. Then he'll play his own Cracker, and if Artigas doesn't have Shockwave 5, then that Cracker will kill the other Cracker, and
I
then
think you're ahead of me.
that'll be it.
Wait.
I'm not ahead of you, I'm just thinking ahead.
Oh my God. Don't confuse me. Holy crap.
Alright,
There it
there's
is.
my prediction coming true. Here's Galaxy Crash.
And I assume he will save the will he save the Kraka and kill the
Definitely.
border? Yep. Okay, but um I'd say it's pretty likely that this Kraka's gonna die anyway. Abandonment, very interesting. That's gonna kill that Kraka. So Unseen Oddish will be back to usual business, and the field is cleared for him.
Yeah. So, considering that that was the only way of getting that Kraka out of the graveyard, I am not sure Artigas can do anything right here.
Yep, and all that push just to be dismantled. And
Yeah.
here comes the night jungle creatures.
And that second Kraka is going to definitely shuffle that first Kraka back into the deck. Yup, there
There
we
it is.
go.
It
There it
begins.
is.
All right. Um, I will note. We haven't seen much abandonment used up until that point, which very good card. Just I guess not seen as frequently as you would expect, because it just kind of takes another spot in the deck. Though it is good. Many decks still rely on there's rely on like Pelfam and those other similar creatures.
Yeah. It gets rid of Guster in most cases, gets rid of. I mean, what doesn't get rid of Guster? But still, it gets rid of death in non-barrow scenarios. You know,
Yep,
Star Absorber used to be a card that was played.
yep. And Unseen Oddish actually does go ahead and attack for 5 points. So the score is now 8-6. And luckily, Chaos Galaxy games don't go at a constant pace. So I feel like this game is getting pretty close to an end. Uh, not
Yeah,
not
I
not too
would tend
soon,
to agree with that.
but it's coming.
Definitely.
I would be very surprised if Artigas does not have an answer to Unseen Oddish's push right here in his hand because it still is very big. And there's a
Right, so
Cerberam.
Artigas makes a play. Yeah, Cerberam of Sindel.
Fair play.
However, I don't know what this is going to do against being Glood next turn.
Yeah. I mean, one glow's gone, but I assume Unseen Oddish does have another. Now I'll probably come in and just sweep that Cerberam.
Oh, true. Glaw is in the graveyard. In the discard pile, sorry. I was not expecting that. I thought
Well,
that he
it's only
must have
one,
shuffled them
so
back at this
I
point.
I assume there's a second. Well, I would you would think that there would be a second in his hands, but maybe not because he does have all those cards that do search it out, and of course he can cycle it back with Kraka.
Surely he has a second one. There's no way.
Yeah, I don't see why he wouldn't, but it's possible. Artigaz is thinking. thank you, Artigoz, for telling us and not just leaving us kind of like sitting here awkwardly, not knowing exactly what you're doing.
All right. So let's see what he decides to do. He's currently in the tank, just thinking about what he wants to do next.
We're back in the
And I
tank with Aaron
think,
Gray.
yeah, I think in this case, there isn't much he can do.
Oh, that is
All
a good
right.
play. Oh man,
All
burning
right, that's
Damocloid.
Burning Damocloid.
Oh my god. And that would have been such a good counter, but Unseen Oddish was just prepared for that. Oh, and wait, that's not an
Oh,
activator
it's
though.
activation. Activate.
Wait, no, that is activator, so that does
That
work.
is an activator.
Yep, my bad.
Yep.
Oh my
Yep,
god,
there's the other one.
what a combo!
I'm gonna
So,
counterspell your counterspell.
so Meteor Storm was played. Unseen Oddish burning Damocloided it. Arctic God said, no, I'm going to AAA that. And then Unseen Oddish was like, no, I'm going to AAA your AAA.
So, yeah, that happened. And I'll tell you what didn't happen, though. That meteoroid storm.
It tried existing. It's not strong enough to survive in this world, though.
Yeah, it got hit by a meteor, and so it didn't happen.
That was pretty crazy, though. Wow. I do love seeing those AAA chains.
So, Artigas, do you have anything else you can do? He's certainly thinking about it.
He thought so long just to make that play for it to get destroyed. So hopefully he
Uh,
has another one, another backup plan ready.
yeah, he says in chat he has to think more now.
Oh,
I
jeez.
think we should. I think we should have like a chess clock. Like each player gets
Yeah, for the
45
future.
minutes, or like each player gets an hour over the entire game to take their turns.
Oh, and
And after that hour runs out, that's the end.
yep, Tomato Fries Land blesses us in the chat with his PogChamp, 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 PogChamp. Jeez, that was hard. Said it in one breath. Okay. Aaron Gray, you got any set two shenanigan stories about your deck?
Not really. I think I've told them all. I didn't actually play that much. After that first test tournament I won, which was test tournament 2, I joined again during test tournament 3 and I think test tournament 4, and I lost horribly every time because people had adapted to my strategy and I had not adapted my strategy at all. So,
And then you tried
yeah.
Chios, and then that led to you just being like, okay, I quit. And then he came back, of course, well, as a
I
commentator.
was kind of disinterested at that point, and also I had to do other stuff like university, have a life. You know, good thing that doesn't apply to me
And
anymore.
actually, a lot has been going on since we stopped paying attention to the game. So Artigas played a Bone Ladder, and then he played a card consuming Cosmic Crater. So he killed that Skullcross Scythe, and using the ability of Crossbone Headquarters, attaches that scythe to Commander Crossbones, which is a very good play, very good combo. But all those trees are going to protect Togma, and the game's going to be tied because of EX ability. It's going to make Artigas lose 2 points.
Why does he lose 2 points?
EX card ability. It says if this
I
card is
thought it's
killed.
only by a night jungle creature.
Oh, true. Well, actually, no. It was used by Togma. You
Oh, right.
confused me.
Okay, yeah.
Damn it, Aaron Gray. I was right, and then you confused me.
I like doing that.
Okay. Moving on.
Moving swiftly on.
All right. Um,
Must be one of the longest turns of Chaos Galaxy ever.
definitely. Yeah. I wonder, like, what decks will be still alive in like the top eight or final four. Oh, he's gonna attach a Blaze Elixir.
Alright. Now that is a card. And we finally
Oh my.
move to combat. Ladies and gentlemen with Cloudicorns, here we go.
Cloud of coins. Okay.
Commander Crossbones gonna kill that Togma,
Gonna kill
and
Heat
probably kill the
first,
Togma again.
but Commander Crossbones does attack twice, and then Cerebram's gonna be able to attack twice. And I think that's gonna fetch Artigas 3 points, actually. Wow, four attacks using only two battles. Actually, well, using three battle zones, but only two creatures. That's pretty crazy. And is he going to attack with that Cerebram to attack the planet? We're thinking again.
Now my question is, does that win him the game?
No.
Because that's the question that everybody's asking is, does that actually win him the game?
Okay, and he's not gonna attack with the Cerebram, so I guess he was just too scared of that base of black hole, rightfully so. Um, and I guess he'll probably just be holding this here, except I do expect a Gla to come and kill that. Yep, there it is.
Yeah. And that's why I was asking, does this win the game? And the answer is just no. The answer is no. This doesn't win the
Oh
game.
my God, that's brutal. He
Yeah,
just
there's
destroyed
KO.
one Gla and one tree. Oh my God.
So yeah, this is what happens when you have your entire deck in your hand. You have all the answers all the time.
Yep, and I'm actually wondering why we haven't seen a Kraka in a long time. He still has Unseen Honest still has one in his hand. I guess there hasn't been a reason. There it is. Okay. So, he's gonna shuffle. Yep, here we go. He's gonna use that um, Gook to shuffle.
Yeah. It's amazing how well Gook works with Kraka, because Kraka puts two cards into your deck, and then Gook says, hey, at the end of the turn, you get to draw
Yep. So
them.
immediately has a full hand again, an empty deck.
Yeah.
The cycle continues. Yep. There it is.
There's. You know what would kind of fix the situation? A deck out rule.
That would be
A rule that
interesting.
says, hey, if your deck is empty and you draw a card, something bad happens.
Yeah, I guess we can kind of speculate while this game's taking its time. Um, yeah, what if it was like maybe your opponent gains a point for every turn that you have no deck for?
I think that would work, and that would also turn Gallifection into more of a viable card.
And
Oh,
games wouldn't end in draws. Actually, they can end in a stall. Wait, no, it can't because you would draw everything. Yeah, so that would actually clear up the ties too, which I sure hope we won't be seeing any um, in this. Also,
but Ryan, how does a game of Chaos Galaxy end in a tie?
oh, don't get me started. I actually have experience with this against Night Jungle. I was facing PDF in the very first test tournament, and in our first game, he's playing this deck with Gallifection. This is the reason why I hate Gallifection. Playing the deck with Gallifection, and he kind of just killed all of our cards. And our hands, we kind of just, I think we walled each other out, and nothing could be done. And We had to call that game a draw. God, that made me mad. I hated that deck. Thank God it's not used and it's not even meta. But yeah, uh, decking out
Let's
basically
take a look back at the game.
it's stupid.
We have the double Ice Elixir plus Slush Infestation here,
Jesus Christ!
essentially blocking off all of the creature zones.
Holy, that's gonna cost 16 for Unseen Onish to buy another creature zone.
Question is, does he need to? Okay, he does, but he does have his Kraken loop online,
Yep, he's
and
just gonna be
it
able to
doesn't
do
look
that.
like this Kraken is going anywhere. One important thing to notice is that while Cerberam does have a KO on him, that doesn't mean he can't attack. It just means that his health is zero.
Yep. It was actually very interesting that Unseen Onish decided not to kill that Cerberam.
Oh,
At
there was a planetary field.
oh, okay, okay, sorry. Um, yes, there was. So yeah, Cerebram just had zero health, but he still has full functionality, which I think he's just gonna build this hand right now, kind of get the rest of his deck over into his hand, so he kind of has like his final puzzle pieces together.
I'd like to mention that this game has now been going on for an hour.
I think that's the second game of the stream that's gone for an hour.
Yep.
This is
It
why.
is 1 a.m. here.
Oh my God. Yeah, it's 7 p.m. here, or almost 10 minutes from. This is why three battles in one stream is very difficult. Pace of play, very important aspect of Chaos Galaxy, especially for tournaments, and if you're watching them. Nobody wants to watch like this a marathon of a game. Yeah, so that's why we encourage that you play as fast as possible, or as fast as you can without like rushing yourself and making mistakes. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah,
In
respect.
other
Guy, everybody, do the respect emoji in chat for the brave souls who play decks that don't have matches over an hour long. Okay. Oh, and here's a
speaking of
Commander Boss
the game
Bones.
taking longer, here's Warhol Territory making the game take longer.
There's a Commander Boss Bones, which unfortunately cannot actually do
Do
anything right now.
anything. Yeah. What I think is amazing is that we haven't even lost that many viewers over this game. We're still at 19.
Yeah, I think that's very impressive. You guys are dedicated. Shout out to you. I'm not gonna do another like emoji BS in chat because we just did that. But yeah, thank you guys for sticking around during this very interesting match, and to see I can't wait to
What's
hear from
next?
people in the comments from like the replay of this video being like, I watched all 3 hours of the stream.
Oh yeah, please comment that.
Yeah, if you do, do it, and I'll
Yeah,
pin
we
it.
will like your comments.
I'll heart it and
Um,
pin it.
okay, so here's Togma killing, finally killing that Cerberus.
Yep, but fortunately, Commander Crossbones can't do anything because of that Warple territory. Um, Kraka can't do anything because of Warpole and Ice Elixir. He can use the ability, but can't, which he's actually going to do right now, but he can't attack. So it's really Togma and two walls.
Essentially, yes. Alright, Crack is gonna do what Kraka does, namely shuffle things into the deck and then draw them with Gook.
Yep.
So, Artigas up to 20 stars, only 5 cards left in deck.
Oh, I just noticed something. I think this may be the most zones I've ever seen um, on a playing field from like a combined total. Because there's 9 on Artigaz's field, and we have 9 on Unseen Oddish's field. So I think that that's total of 18 zones. Can somebody calculate how many stars that would cost? Like combined, like for all those zones?
Yeah. However, if you played Phenomenus the Bright on this board, he would still only have 100 power.
Uh, yeah, it appears so.
Just thought I'd mention that.
Yo, shout out to you, Levi, for sticking around the entire stream. I'm not sure if I could even do that if
Oh,
I
I
was
certainly
watching.
wouldn't. I hate myself talking. Just kidding. But yeah. Thank
Yeah,
you to
I don't
everybody
think
who's
I
still
don't think I'd
here.
watch my own videos for entertainment. Don't take that out of context. Why do I have to say that? Oh my God.
That's not how you do advertising.
Okay,
That's
guys.
what my father
Let
always
me
said.
let me do this real quick while we're in. If you're not subbed already, do it, guys. There's gonna be more streams. There's gonna be another one tomorrow, and also actually
I'm gonna also be there.
sub to Meteor Stop Off because they are going to be streaming on Sunday. I'm not sure the time yet. They're gonna figure that out. But on Sunday, they're gonna stream, I guess, the rest of the round or however many matches they want to do, and that'll be pretty exciting, giving them the chance to kind of grow. And I really hope, guys, let's get them to 50 subs by the end of this week. Well, the week will end. We'll just say it ends on Monday. So get them 50 subs by Monday. If you do that, I will love you guys.
One thing I won't love though is this Togma slowly and methodically taking out every card in Artigas' deck. One of them being that Commander Boss Bones. It's very impressive that Artigas has not decided to just concede at this point. But my question is, what could be left in his deck that he could hope to leverage against this situation?
Okay, hold on. Levi calculated the amount of stars total. So, geez, 84 stars in total, and actually 92. Tomato Fries Land corrected. I knew Tomato would come through and do it because he's a math genius. But 21 stars of income. God, that is a lot. Oh my God. Oh, yo, I'll give you permission. Meteor Stop Off, if you're here, make sure you drop your link in the chat so people can check out your channel. Here
Right,
comes the
here's
Star Path.
Starpath. So he's probably just going to pay 12, draw the rest of his deck, see if he can find any sort of answer. No, he decides to just pay 8. Just draw 2 cards, not draw everything. Not as greedy as I would have been.
Yeah,
And he
I would.
passes.
I would have also just bought all three. Also, shout out to you, Key123. He's finding this game entertaining, which I, at this point, I would find that difficult to do. But it seems like you and 17 other people who are watching the stream seem to really love this for for some reason. Thank you guys again. Like we keep saying, thank you for watching.
Ryan, you're driving the viewers away. Now it's just down to 16.
Oh my God, what happened, guys? No, that wasn't an invitation to leave.
Sounded like one. Alright, anyway. let's get back to this game as it ticks over the hour. And Togma is going to attack for 2 points again, putting Unseen Oddish up to an amazing 8 points.
And actually, that's going to put him at 9 because plus 200.
Oh,
Oh,
right.
wait, no, there's another heat out, so that's a 4-point attack. So he's going to be at 10. Jeez.
Right, yeah. Cool. Maybe this game will end soon. So, Artagas has this turn. He's not going to get any more resources than this.
Oh,
So, oh,
well,
well, there are some more resources for him.
and 2 commander crossbones.
Hooray.
And there's Meteor Stop Off in chat. Make sure you go sub to them, guys. Get them to 50 subs. All right. Um, my last play right here.
Artagas says what I have already suspected, that this is a last-ditch effort. Alright, so Commander Crossbones comes out somehow? Oh, right. He played his whatever the cave is called and gets to add it to his hand. So, he plays it. Let's see what he does with it.
Of course, Unseen Honest still has a Beast of the Black Hole waiting, so that's going to be there for a while. Sorry, I messed that up. That it's
Hellfam
gonna it's probably gonna die. Okay, it looks like it's gonna
bouncing
bounce Warpole
that
territory.
territory. Use card-consuming Cosmic Creator, not actually going to be for the stars, just to kill the card, to get it onto that Commander Crossbones.
Very good combo.
And now we have 2 Crossbones Headquarters triggers
Oh god.
to get rid of Kraka and this Togma. Very, very good plays here from Atagraz, but the question is if it will matter. I don't want to downplay his plays, but yeah.
All right, and so Artigaz's turn. Um, geez, 1 a.m. 1 a.m. I hope you're ready for tomorrow's stream. It's gonna be a little bit earlier. Tomorrow's stream is going to be at 2 p.m. Eastern time, and Eastern time converts to -4 UTC. So watch out for that. I hope to see you guys there. We'll have some more matches ready. Hopefully, none as long as this one currently. But yeah, I'm excited to be commentating another match. And no response. There's gonna be some
Same
points.
here. How many points though?
4. Wow, and no Beast of the Black Hole, which is very interesting. Um,
Would that be 7 points?
no, because he killed the Togma with Pelfim. So 10-10.
Oh, right, okay.
We are tied. I think this is the closest game we've had so far.
At least according to the points, I think we've had some. From the board state, we've had some closer games.
I will mention this real quick. This has been a very clean game so far with very little mistakes, like kind of misplays and kind of errors in the play. So, I like seeing that. Um,
Just casually drops an Omnius on the board and use Kraka again. Again. Again.
yep.
And he shuffles in Kraka. Wow. Like, I don't want to downplay his plays, but I definitely want to downplay his plays. Okay, so Kraka crashes in. attacking that Commander Crossbones,
Hey, we're at 21 viewers. What's
killing
up?
it, and Omnius. Tell him. Artigas down to 7 cards in hand. One of them is a Commander
I
Crossbones.
don't think we've seen
However,
any KOs from Artigas here, so
I don't think he has a way of getting any more equipment, any more pieces onto his Commander Crossbones.
yeah. But I'm wondering, does Artigas have KO? There's Commander Crossbones.
That's a good question.
There's Armored Heck Goat. Artigas is almost out of
Right.
cards.
Well, there's a way to kill things from hand.
Yep. Um, that's just gonna
There's
straight up kill
Coco
Omnius.
Shield.
Wow.
Yep.
And
All right.
will he attack for points? Is there a Beast of Black Hole on Oddish's hand? I don't see why there wouldn't be.
All right. So Armored Tech Out, not done with its activation, gets to shuffle something in, and it's going to be the Armored Tech Goat. So
That's a good play.
Artigas has
It's gonna shuffle.
a loop of his own, getting to shuffle Heck Goat in every time. However, it doesn't go infinite like Skills does,
Yep.
unfortunately, because you're losing card advantage every time. All right, so here's the attack.
Oh, and Beast of Black Hole. Does he have an
Yeah, Beast
AAA?
of the Black
There it
Hole,
is.
and
And I think
there's
did Skills use both of his already? No, he didn't. But does he have
looks
an
like
answer?
it.
I think he only runs one. So that means that's gonna go through. That's 5 points. And Artigas is up 15-10. What a turnaround! You were you were saying um you were saying
He
Artigas
does
was
only
out of this
have
game earlier, and look at him. He's back. Now he's one turn of nothing away from winning this. Of course, Unseen Onish does have his combo still, and he has, I believe, both his gloves ready to attack, but uh, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we certainly will.
There's
Oh,
Gluck.
here's Gla number one. Here's a treat. He cracks it and gets rid of the shield. No, the Commander Crossbones. Okay, I was about to say, I don't think that
Yep.
can kill attachments. Speaking of things it can't do, one of those would be running over that Heck Goat without additional help.
Yep. I'd be surprised if there wasn't another tree. Actually, has he used all the trees?
Oh
Ooh,
my.
there's Whirlpool. Let's see. One, two, three, four. Only four trees have been used. Of course, a million times, but and there's a double wormhole.
It's more recursion, double wormhole, getting back Kraka because why not? And Omnius. Yep. Omnius, despite the warp hole territory on the board, you have to assume that he has a way to get rid of it. And then he crackers and puts 2 more trees in his deck. So he now actually has 4 cards in his deck again.
Yep. Wow. And Artigas, now this is not looking good again for him. He needs just his entire push to happen
Definitely.
in one turn.
And here's the KO.
And bye bye,
Gla
Hecko.
kills that Heck Goat.
Um, Something to note, Kraka cannot attack.
So both Commander Crossbones are dead? Yes. So let's see what happens now. Looks like Skills forgot to attack with that Kraka,
He
but I don't
can't.
think that
Yep.
matters. Oh yeah, it also can't because of the Warhol territory.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry.
Alright, so he uses Heck Goat, shuffles Heck Goat back in, so he at least has something.
Yep. Um, Fortunately, that Warpole territory is there. Just kind of dragging the game out longer than it should.
Um, that and the fact that Artigas is about to run out of stars. He's at one. And
Yeah.
it just doesn't look like this is going anywhere.
Uh, Unseen Otters definitely has a tree, so I don't see why he's not using that right now to go ahead and just kill that armored heck goat. Yeah, this is a M moment, whatever that means, but it probably is whatever that means. Yes, the stream is still going.
Can we get some M's in chat, please? Just more of them.
Oh God.
I think it's funny. All right, so Artigas draws that second heck goat.
So he's gonna keep, I guess, shuffling. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is not good for Unseen Arash. I have no idea why he wouldn't opt to just kill that Hecko
Well,
as
how
soon
would
as
he?
possible. Does he? I would assume he'd have a tree.
Well, he's already used that Glah, and Glah has that restriction of once per
Oh,
game, which we tend to forget. But yeah, once Glah has been used once, he can't do it again. Unless he's shuffled back in.
yep, that is actually true. My bad, guys.
It is very late. Okay, it's late on my end.
I am so tired, dude, and I need to eat dinner. As soon as this game ends, I'm gone. Like the stream will end like literally immediately. No post game.
Yeah. These guys, okay. Artigas would deserve a post-game interview. But
Maybe like
yeah,
tomorrow or
whatever.
something.
Yeah, someone in chat is also telling me that Glah is once per game. Just in case I hadn't told you hard enough.
Yep. Yeah, I see that now.
Hell yeah, we're getting all those M's in chat.
Okay, I'll just say it again, because passing time. If you're not okay, I'll do it. If you're not subbed, please sub. We're gonna have more streams, and it'll help my channel out a ton if you subbed. So, please do it, Brave Soldier. Uh, also sub to, oops. Also sub to
So
Meteor Stop
there's
Off because they'll be streaming on Sunday. Okay, I'm done for that for good now. Trust me.
Well, if you get to plug your stuff, then I'm gonna plug my stuff. If you like the music that's been playing on stream, you can find that. I sometimes live stream myself DJing without the copyright restrictions of YouTube. I also make music, which is some of the music that you've been hearing in the stream during the breaks. If you like that, you can go to twitch.tv/Aaron Gray for the live streams, or audiotool.com/user/Aaron Gray for the music.
Drop the link in
Hooray.
chat, Aaron Gray.
Well, I'm not putting links in your chat.
All right. Okay.
You just have to remember it. It's not
I'll
that hard.
I'll link it
Like
tomorrow.
it's not that hard. And I'm also in the Discord, so if you really want to know, I can just tell you.
Yep.
All right, let's get back to the game where a bunch of trees have been planted. I mean, played. It is getting late. Key 123 is setting up a sleeping bag.
Is it possible for this game to just go on forever?
It is looking like it. Since both players have infinite loops, and I don't think Skills has a way of getting rid of his own warp hole territory.
Oh my god.
Alright, so Togma is going to kill this armored head goat. No
Woohoo!
response has been
Yeah.
declared. Whoop, whoop.
But Artigas has cards, and he's gonna probably play another head goat. Oh jeez. My phone's about to power off. It was fully charged when I started the stream. Now it's at 7%.
You can leave me with the stream.
Yeah, I'll be right back then.
Alright. Okay, so there seems to be some disagreements about what happens. But Head Goat has now been put into the discard pile. And it is Artigas' turn again.
Okay, I'm back.
Hi back, I'm Dad. Anyway.
Okay, I'm gone.
I'm sorry, I had to do it.
Okay.
So, Artigas thinking about what he's going to do next. He is at 9 stars, meaning he can play his Head Goat again.
Okay. You know what? If this game makes it, if it goes for another 23 minutes, oh my god, it sounds awful. If it goes for another 23 minutes, I'm just gonna leave the stream up while Aaron Gray and I go take time. Wait, GG?
Uh,
Um,
GG has been declared?
no, that
Why
was Silver
that?
Fang. Just trying to confuse. Okay, when we're sleepy, or just tired, you can easily trick us with that. So please don't take advantage of that. I know he didn't intend that, but like,
Okay, so more shuffling of decks. This is a Yu-Gi-Oh game at this point. The amount of deck shuffling that's going on. Although in Yu-Gi-Oh it's the opposite direction. It's not constantly putting things back into the deck, it's constantly getting stuff out. Also, a Yu-Gi-Oh game would have been over 4 times already.
dude, I cannot imagine. Like, I suck at shuffling decks. So if I were playing in this game and this was like in real life,
Well, the deck is just like 3 cards, so you can shuffle 3 cards, right?
yeah, I guess true. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I didn't think about that. Heck goat. Oh, both heck goats are dead, so that means he cannot revive anything else anymore. Um, I would hope that we would see a Pel. Does he have a Pelfam? Yes, he does. Assuming he plays two copies, he actually does have a Pelfam, and it is possible that bounces that Whirlpool territory. Um, did he use both his commander crossbones? No, he still has one left, so he'd be able to play that. And um, would he be able to attach anything though? Actually, I don't think. I'm not sure about that.
He basically needs Heck Out for this deck to work, right?
Kind of, yeah. Oh, geez. What is there to think about, Unseen Oddish? Dude, if we had face cams, like you would see me falling asleep, and it's like 7 here. It's not it's
It
not that
is
it's
20
boring.
past 1 a.m. here. 20 minutes past
Oh,
1 a.m. How am I the more awake of the two of us?
dude, it's not that we're like bored. It's just that commentating is tiring.
It sure is.
Oh, okay. Oh, yes.
TCG Master has to go, so goodbye, TCG Master. Thank you for watching the stream for as long as you have.
Thank you for trying to watch the whole game.
To all the dedicated souls out there, thank you so much for being here with us for this very, very long, unnecessary
And
journey.
he attacks.
Okay, it's not unnecessary. Oh my goodness, attacks are happening.
Kraka could not, of course, that was a bit of a mistake, but he corrected it.
Yeah.
Um, so that is 3 points. So it's 14 to 15 in this marathon of a game. You know what this reminds me of? A baseball game. Uh, that go. I know you wouldn't understand, but in baseball, like games can go infinitely, as long as it remains tied. So I equate this to just a super long baseball game, which I think like the longest ever went for like 6 or 7 hours, which
Huh.
absolutely crazy. And by that point, they've used it's like kind of like Chaos Galaxy. Like they have pitchers who are their resources, and they've used like every single pitcher that they have, um, just in that like one game. They're all burnt out arms, and by that time, they might even be using like players just to kind of pitch for them. It's kind of like your resources, Galaxy or your creatures.
That's interesting.
Thank you, Liam, for censoring Heck in Heck Goat. 100% necessary. Also, Crab Wraith. Phantom Matter. Don't grab something dumb.
Okay,
Dude, this might
so
be game. If he picks like a creature that can attack for 3, yep.
it's
Um,
another creature zone
I don't see
here.
why he wouldn't pick Pelfam, but I think this might be game, so I don't think that matters.
Yeah. Oh, wait, no, he needs another battle zone, doesn't he? Oh, wait, no, he
No,
doesn't. He
because
has two.
Kraka can't. Yep.
Yeah. Is that it?
Game! Game! Set! Match!
That is actually it.
Let's go!
Ladies, gentlemen, and Cloudicorns, brave heroes of this stream, thank you so much for watching this incredibly long extravaganza of two people slapping each other ineffectively. Uh, we hope you enjoyed this somehow.
Yep. And I'll just
uh,
point out real quick, that this I think has been tied for the closest game yet of a score of 20 to 15 with like
yeah.
only 5 point difference. Um, Thank you guys for watching. We'll be here again tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern. Hopefully not streaming for 3 hours, but rather like 2 or something. But thank you guys for sticking through. Hope you guys sub to me and Meteor stop off. we'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye.
All right, goodbye.